Rub, rub my hands together like Birdman, baby. What's good, Hawks family? It's your boy. We up in the building. Y'all know what time it is. We talk Hawks TV. We talk Hawks Daily. Y'all know what time it is. It's time to get lit. It's time to be excited. It's time to start thinking about the next move. It's time to start thinking about how can we improve this team even further. Shout out Dejounte Murray, the newest member of our Atlanta Hawks, our new backcourt partner with our all-star, all NBA point guard, Trey Young. That gives us that's now our backcourt is two all-stars. We got an all-star backcourt. Family, you should be excited. I know I'm excited. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Y'all know I'm always keep it real with you. I didn't think Travis was gonna pull it off, man. I did not think he was gonna pull it off. But before we get into it, y'all know what time it is. Like, comment, subscribe. I just dropped the link. If you want to come up here, you want to voice your opinion about today's moves or any of the moves you see we need that could help us. Just follow the link and tap in with your boy. Y'all know what time it is, man. It's an exciting day today. Exciting day today. And we gave up nothing. We gave up nothing. Let's keep it a buck, family. What did we give up? Nothing. Oh my days. You got to be excited about that, family. You got to be excited about that. We gave up some picks and Gallinari, a player we wasn't going to keep anyway. We wasn't going to pay him no $21 million to stay on this team. Don't ask why the Spurs took that deal. I have no idea. What's good, my guy? Matt's in the building.
What's
good?
up? What's up? Man, I
Hey.
have to give Damon. I know you poo-poo on Travis, but you got to give him his flowers today.
You're right. You're right about that, man. You're right. You know what? As soon as it went through, that's the first thing I did. I went on Twitter and I posted. I said, you know what? I gotta give credit when credit is due. Credit is due. How he pulled this off is beyond me. Because if I'm the Spurs, there's no way I'm taking that. I'm not taking that deal. No way, no how. But you know what? Hey, it's not our problem. You feel me? It is not our problem.
I think it had to do with the unprotected picks, because they did say some other teams did offer a similar package, but it was the unprotected picks that kind of tilted, in our direction. The picks, I mean, you're talking about they still get their own pick next year. They still get their own pick in 2024. They gave up 2025, 2026, and 2027. So, I mean, I don't care about those picks. Let's be for the Rams said, F them picks.
F them picks, man. Listen, if this plan goes according to plan, them picks gonna be in the 20s anyway. They're not gonna be no lottery picks. You know what I'm saying? They're not lottery picks. So I'm not even tripping. And you know me, man. Y'all know me. You know I'm all about I'd rather have the known commodity than an unknown draft pick. Now, don't get me wrong. You can get a pick and develop the player, and they do all this and do all that. But guess what? We know what Dejounte Murray can do in the NBA against NBA talent. He can almost average a triple-double. Average a triple-double, baby. We know that. That's a fact. We don't have to guess. We don't have to hope. We don't have to wish. We don't have to wait for this guy to develop. You know what I'm saying? What?
Can I download this game?
Yeah, go ahead. We don't have to wait for none of that stuff. I had to do it later. We don't have to wait for none of that stuff, family. We got an all-star backcourt that can go for 50.
Absolutely. And I'm still surprised he didn't have to give up Griffin, who I would have thrown in the deal, but I mean he gave up gave up nothing. I mean, all they wanted was the picks. So the unprotected picks. So
and Dejounte is signed for the next 2 years at less than $18 million. Talk to me. What? Man, let me tell you, I've been a Hawks fan a long time, baby. A long time. And I can't remember the last time we made a trade and we made off like bandits. This was robbery.
Yeah, I was nervous because I seen the construction a couple days ago, and I'm like, I don't know if that's gonna be enough, you know what I'm saying? Because I had read last night that they had wanted Big O, and I'm like, I want Murray, but I don't know if I could give up Big O. But the fact that you could keep him, and then you could probably flip Capella in another deal, and it looked like they're trying to trade John Collins in another deal. So
well, you got, bro. If they could just get rid of Capella, oh my days, bro. Oh, if at a minimum we could keep Collins and move Capella instead, bro, that means that give you a shooter in every position, bro. That's a shooter in every position. Even you get a 5 that can at least shoot from the free throw line, little elbow jumper or something. Bro, come on.
You get a Miles Turner. You get a Miles Turner, or you know what I'm saying, Ayton. I'll be open to that. I'll prefer Miles Turner. You put Miles Turner with what they got now, you know what I'm saying? I think, now, last year we talking top 3 seed. I think for sure we would be top 3, top 4 if you can add in the right center. And you still got Onyeka too, so I'm excited.
On paper, we look real good on paper. Obviously, we still got to play the games. We got to play the games and see where the chips, fall. But I'm gonna tell you who's gonna be on the hot seat, man. I'm telling you who is on the hot seat. It's fucking Nate McMillan, bro.
Inferno.
He's on the hot seat. He's on the hot seat, bro. Because let me welcome my guy Lou Starski in the building. Yo, Nate is on the hot seat because he better find out how to make this shit work off with Trey off ball, with Murray off ball. He better figure it out and figure it out quick. You know what I'm saying? But the positive is they got this trade done out the way early, which allows us, now they got Murray and Trey not injured, so they get to go into the off season and practice together. You know what I'm saying? It's not a mid-season trade. This not a last minute trade. This is a trade. My guy analyst in the building. This is a trade where we have plenty of time to get shit in order. And if Nate McMillan cannot get this, bro, let me tell you something. I'm finna get him what I did at LP, bro. Nate, you got 25 games, my guy. You got 25 to make something shake. Okay?
Feel you on that.
If we below 500, hey, you got to go. Get him up out of here.
Real quick, another thing that this Dejounte Murray thing does is it allows us to have a little more bargaining when we go to Ayton and say, hey, man, come here, join this young squad. You get to be number 2. Let's do this. He's going to be focused on D. I'm really happy about this. And luckily it did go our way where we have now a lot more pieces because Gallo wasn't in our future. And so now we still have Double O. We still have John Collins. We still have Capella. And now we can shore up that front line by using some more of our assets to go get that big piece down there. I'm excited. And also, I watch Utility Sports, and your boy, the analyst, got a shout out in Travis Slink We Trust.
Hey, like I say, man, when credit is due, I have no problem giving credit when it's due, man. And like I said on Twitter, I tip my cap to Travis with this move. This was highway robbery right here, okay? And I got to give credit where it's due. Just like I be on Travis' ass when he be fucking up, I tip my cap to him on this move because guess what? This could be a franchise-altering move, piggyback on what you were just saying. Because like you just said, now we starting to look like somewhere you can go get a young talent like an Ayton. Hey, bro, come here. Guess what? Two all-star backcourt, y'all the same ages. Y'all could come up together. We could win together. We could build something here. You feel me? But we got to see what the asking price is for Ayton, man, because we got to get a sign of trade to get Ayton.
Yeah, but I will say that, I mean, they could just take Capella or Collins. I mean, but I will say that this is also as much glory as could be gotten from this move. There's just as much anguish because that's a lot of draft capital, and we only have him for 2 years. And if you, like you said, Nate doesn't make it work in 2 years, we will have put our franchise back, and that guy's going to be gone. So, I mean, we have to make it happen.
Well, I'll say it like this. You don't go after a Dejounte Murray. You already, well, let me just say this. This is how I would think about it. When I make a move for a Dejounte Murray and I look at his contract status, I'm in my head, I'm already looking 3 years down the line. I'm already looking at my contract situation 3 years down the line, just in case Murray goes to a different level, right? To where you got to give him a max deal like you give Trey. So you always want to be thinking forward. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, at the end of the day, like I say, you got to pay to play. Talk to me, Analyst. What's good, homie? Welcome back. Analyst was going somewhere. I don't know where he at, but he had terrible signal. His signal was terrible, man. I don't know. I thought Analyst was kidnapped at first, but talk to me, Analyst. Welcome back, my guy. What's going on?
Hey, man. Hey, resort Wi-Fi is awful. I'm telling you, it is awful. But listen. I'm sitting here and I'm monitoring the time, and I'm nervous because I know that we have till 5, and I know it's after 5, but I got a little hope because I'm seeing that deals are I'm starting to see that things are being announced after 5. So I'm like, okay. At this point, I'm thinking Dejounte Murray is not going to happen, but I am thinking I've always had a thought. Maybe we have a sign and trade type thing in place where we have to wait till June 30th or July 1. But then I look and I see and I was like, this dude really just pulled this thing off. And it's like we got the guy we wanted. We improved on so many levels. We improved to the point where even if we don't make any more moves, we're a better roster, even though we're going to make more moves according to Woj. But listen, I think that right now, I think we're taking a step in the right direction. I think that Travis, not in my eyes, but I think in a lot of people's eyes, has broke that barrier of being scared, has broke that barrier of being afraid to make big moves, and he did it. Like Travis has always said in multiple interviews, he values first-round picks. He values draft picks. He just showed you, I will send out 3 first-round picks if the guy is worth it. And guess what he did? He sent out 3 first-round picks. We traded a non-starter to get an all-star back in return.
You can't say that. He was our most important post player, though. I mean, like Gallo was a big piece to our offense, and we have to replace that.
Well, yeah,
man, get Gallo the F up out of here, man. I don't want to hear that
11
nonsense,
sharpshooter with post moves. Come on, guys.
Bye.
That's what I'm saying. Let's not just like yesterday. Don't get drowned.
But let's not But also, Lou, I gotta tell you, let's not like we're not getting an all-star back in return. Like this is one of those deals where we just have to look at, like, if you listen to any of the, I listen to multiple GMs. They say, you know what, you got to give up talent to get talent. You're sending out guys, but guess what? If you're getting the best player in the deal back in return, the deal is good for you. So let me tell you this. I think that right now, I do agree with Lou that Nate has to get this thing going in the right direction because Dejounte Murray is on the contract for 2 years. But listen, I think next year he's gonna sign an extension with the Hawks. I really do believe that. I think
what's up, son?
Here.
But that extension is going to be worth $40 million a year. I don't think that's our price bracket for a shooting guard. I think that AJ will show enough that we can let Dejounte Murray go, and then we fill it up with this because we're not going to start having a roster with $40 million guys.
Meat and cheese for Devin.
What we're going to do is we have these slots of like
all
20 million million or 15 million, and we're going to try to find people.
Yeah, all them hard shell.
That moment, and then we're going to move on from them. We're going to be that type of franchise. We're not going to just overpay people. There's no way we're going to pay Dejounte Murray. This is a 2-year rental.
Okay, my son.
I disagree.
I disagree with that too.
I disagree.
I don't think he's going to command $40 million.
You don't trade 3 first-round picks to get a 2-year rental.
Yeah, I don't see that. I think they're going to keep them. Now the picks,
Long
though,
term.
I'm not like I told Damon, I'm not really worried about the picks because we still keep our own pick next year. We get our own pick next year, which is a really good draft. It looks like it's going to be a really good draft. You got your own pick the following. I mean, not the following.
But wait, didn't Toronto,
you keep your own pick next year.
But didn't Toronto turn the Kawhi Leonard into something afterwards? I'm not saying that it's terribly bad. I'm just saying that we're going to have this guy on our team, but then we're going to have to then sign and trade him to somebody else and get other pieces and assets. Like we don't have. We're not.
What are you talking about? Come on, bro. You coming in here being old negative Nancy?
I'm not. No. Come on.
Hold on, man.
We just got a steal of a deal.
Think about what you just said, man. Why the hell would we sign and trade Dejounte Murray if everything is going to plan? Let me tell you something. With the Kawhi Leonard thing, you got to remember, Kawhi didn't want to be in Toronto. He didn't want to be there. He wanted to go to LA. He only went to Toronto because the Spurs tried to do him dirty and they traded him there. It just so happened he said, you know what? I'm gonna go win a championship. And guess what he did when he won a championship? Then he left in free agency. He didn't get traded. He left in free agency. Okay. This is nowhere near that, okay? The Spurs are rebuilding, right? So that's why they didn't want players like Kevin Huerter, John Collins, because they didn't want to take on all that salary.
Understood. That's all understood. But what I'm talking about is Dejounte Murray and his $42 million price tag in 2 years is not going to be paid by the Hawks. That's all I'm saying.
Bro, if he worth $42 million, why wouldn't we keep him if he's worth it? Bro, you talking about 2 years from now? Russell Westbrook just opted into $47 million. What are we talking about here?
Okay,
if he's worth 40,
y'all think he? Okay, let me ask y'all because maybe I'm wrong. Y'all really think that this organization is going to pay this man $40 million?
Bro, if
he worth it, I think they gave John Collins. They paid Collins.
Okay, so what's worth it? His same stats from last year or more?
Let me tell you,
he's going to be better. He's playing with one of the best point guards, one of the best passers in the league. His offensive game is going to improve.
So I was about to say it depends on how he plays with Trey.
So let's put a number on it. Put it on a T-shirt. What are y'all's expectations? Like, okay, y'all expect him to average 25 points, 10 boards?
This is what I expect. I expect us to compete for a championship. I don't care about all that other crap. That's what I care about. Does he help us? 2 years ago. Does he get us closer to the championship? I say yes. Now, obviously, we're gonna probably need a couple more pieces here and there, final tweaks here and there. But don't sit here and tell me that a Trae Young and a Murray backcourt doesn't make us better on paper right now.
Way better.
Obviously, I say on paper.
I didn't say that. I'm saying that we lost our best. I said that. I didn't say that.
The dude is like 40 years old, man.
We lost
the same year I was. You worried about
Gallo?
Get up out of here, man.
I'm not worried about none of that. I was the one to trade him yesterday. You the double O guy. Listen, what I'm saying is that we lost a key piece to our offense, and we need to replace that, whether it's AN or whether it's somebody.
We have over 100 free agents that we can replace that with. That's not our concern.
That's it. Bro, I'm saying that we have to get this done this year and next year because I don't believe. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. You think we're going to pay $80 million a year for our 6'1" or 6'2" and 6'5" backcourt?
If we're winning, that's what contending.
We got to look at the
now we're at the point that I'm talking about. What are y'all's expectations to get him to that $40 million? Okay, so we make it to the finals. We make it to.
It's a lot of moving.
He averages 23. What are y'all saying?
You too far ahead. You talking 2 years. You know what? I could understand if we was talking about if he was a free agent after the season. Bro, we got him under contract for 2 more years. I'm not concerned. That's not a concern of mine. But like I said earlier,
this came from you saying that Nate is our coach, right?
Listen to me.
This came from Nate. This is from Nate being our coach. He is the tight ball here, not me.
Listen to me. A good GM when you make a move, you already factoring that in. Like I said earlier, I'm looking at his money, 17 million this year, I think 18 million next year. And then as a GM, I'm looking, okay, third year. What if? Oh, if I gotta pay him 40 million, let's make sure we manage our money correctly so we have that money available. If he's worth the money, we don't know. Bro, what you're doing, you just asking us to guess. We don't know. We don't even know what the
No,
team's
I'm
gonna
asking.
look like.
No. I asked y'all, what are y'all's expectations of this young man? That's all I asked y'all.
I'm gonna tell you what my expectations is.
Are
Okay?
numbers going to go up?
I'll tell
Are
you
we going
right
to win
now.
more games?
I'll tell you right now. Starting at the beginning of the season, like I said, first of all, the first person I'm looking at is Nate McMillan. You got 25 games to make this shit shake, pimp. And then if you ain't making it work out to 25, we gonna move on. Next, I expect this team to be a top 4 team in the East. And that's even if we don't get rid of Collins, even if we don't get rid of Capella, I still think with a Trae Young, Murray, Hunter, Collins, and Capella, bro, that should put us almost at 50 wins. You still got a Okongwu on the bench. You still got AJ Griffin. You still got Jalen Johnson. You still got Sharife Cooper. Now, guess what we can do? Oh, I forgot. And we still got Bogey Bogdanovic. And we can still go out right now, even if we don't get Ayton, we can go out and get some bum if we need somebody to play with their back to the basket. But who is playing with their back to the basket in today's NBA? Let me go look at the finals so I can see who was posted up.
Please do. Go look at the finals.
Hold on, I'm gonna come back to you, and let me introduce my guy, Virtual GM in the building.
GM. I think him and I were the
You see that smile right there? That's the most you gonna get out of GM. That's the smile. Hey, the smile right here. Hey, the smile right here. See what this laughing? This is GM's version of being lit right here. Okay. That's the most you're gonna get out of GM right now. You might get a
the heartbeat is going a little faster today.
You remember this, GM? You might get an Arsenio Hall.
I know.
That's about it, man.
Yeah.
Talk to me, GM. Talk to me.
Man. All the Hawks fans out there, man. I know. So there's always a percentage. It's like, so I know it's not 100%, but man, this is a good day so far. It's a good day. Now, granted. And I'll be short. Gallo, I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I love Gallo, as far as, clutch, the gamer, what I'm saying, like towards the end. That's something that probably will be missed, but you gotta look at the future, and then also you gotta look at the spacing and Trae Young, and you just can't deny that it's just irreplaceable, man. Like, Trae Young can't go a couple of games. You got Murray. That can, that's going to kind of fill a gap, and then now you can put in interchangeable guys. It's just so much that you can do with the lineup. So, I'm excited.
I think Murray's going to play some second team ball with your team here. I think when Trae goes out, I think Murray's going to constantly be in there.
And that'll be dope because that man was almost averaging triple-dub last year. Dog.
I'm excited. I don't want to get people twisted. I'm excited. I'm just saying we got to replace Gallo, and we got some other shit.
And then look at like GM said, man. Listen, if we don't make no more moves, right? We can play. We can still play any style. We can run. The only thing let me change that. We're only missing one thing, and that was if Capella, if you could throw Capella the ball. But besides that, bro, we could play. We could play our starting lineup. We could play small and go with because in that full quarter I was trying to get on Capella because he can't hit free throw. You could go small. You could go Collins at
Jane.
You could go Collins. We could go Collins at the 5. You could throw Jalen Johnson or Hunter at the 4, whoever, and then whoever you don't put at the 4, you put them at the 3. And you still got Herder and Bogey on the bench. Bro, we got firepower. Now, and then Dejounte Murray, he shows up some of the defensive, the perimeter defending for us. Now, maybe that'll get Hunter ass a little bit more motivated on that defensive side. And guess what? Now, you don't have to have Hunter guard the other team best player the whole game. You could just swap them out. Hey, Murray, get some of that. Hey, honey, get back on him.
More consistent. It's more consistent.
Yeah.
It'll be more consistent.
Man.
Talk
I
to
agree.
me.
I
Talk
think
to me, Matt.
I think this is a good move, but I mean, Lou, I mean the salary cap is going up too. So when you say like 40 million, it sounds like a lot, but in 3 years from now, when a max deal is probably going to be 50, 60 million a year, that's not really a lot of money. So
I feel you. That's a good point. I mean,
that's one. And then two, I would still try to consolidate the team even further, particularly in the front court. I want Miles Turner. Ayton is all right,
Yeah.
but I would prefer Miles Turner because he can shoot the three.
love
That way you
Miles
can
Turner.
still keep John Collins.
And
Find
he's still
a
a
way
rim
to do
protector.
I agree with that. That's what I was going to say.
Keep Collins.
Too, yeah.
And then you still got Onyeka back there. So, I mean, if Nate can't figure this out, I mean, if he can't figure this out, he got to go. He got to go quick.
If we're not 10 games over 500.
You can't linger. We can't do what we did with Pierce. Go almost
we got to start off with a foot in the pedal. I know that.
Hey, look at that. Hey,
we got to be quick.
Hey, we got Rashad tapping in from the job. Look at Rashad.
The Hawks fans coming out, boy.
He tapping in from the job.
Yeah.
I will say,
God claim we got
I'm at the
fleas.
gig. I'm trying to get this doggone headset working. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Hey, I'm gonna come right back to you, Matt. My bad, bro. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good.
Talk to me. Hey, man. Rashad over here talking. He upset about them picks, man. What's up with that, Rashad?
You gotta be, man. Like, I mean, I get it. I was a fan of us getting them around the trade deadline last year. I went and watched a lot of his footage from last year. Right before the All-Star game. And I watched like his best 7 games. He reminds me a lot of John Wall. I'm glad we got him. My biggest problem is we don't know how he fits at the 2 guard. Like, he ain't got a bag like a DeRozan or a Jalen. He can't shoot.
What? Bro, look how old is DeRozan?
DeRozan like what, 32, something like that?
Exactly,
34?
bro. Murray only 25 in his prime.
We're gonna play the age thing, yeah.
Well, no, I'm playing the you get better as you get older game. That's what I'm playing. Bro, you don't average 21. You don't average 21-8 in what, 5, 6?
9.
Yeah,
9 assists. 9.
And
that's what I'm saying. Trey can shoot.
Yeah,
so that's the difference. Trey
can
shoot.
Trey's gonna be off ball.
But can Trey catch and shoot?
That's what I'm not worried about.
Go ahead, Matt.
I'm not worried about the offensive side. You could just put Murray. I think offensively, you could put Murray at the 1 and put Trey at the 2, run him off screens. That's what his dad was talking about the other day. Like, he's like, Trey is not, saying Trey could play off the ball. They just don't have him play off the ball because I don't think they've had a shooting guard that he's really respected at this level. Mm-hmm. So he could play off the ball. I'm not worried about that. You could just switch it. One possession, Trey come down, he the guard, lead guard, the other possession, Murray the guard. So I'm not really worried about that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm like, you can't really find a better fit than this, with Trey.
Yeah. And the thing is,
playmaking is so elite.
We can kind of, to say what against what Rashad was saying, but we can actually trade Bogey or Herter for a couple of first-round picks later on down the road. I mean, like, we can regain if we feel we need picks. We can get them. We have assets.
Talk to a team like OKC who got plenty of them.
Right, and we keep our own pick next year and the year after that. So I'm not the picks. I'm like, you're talking about.
That's a swap. It's the swap the year after that.
Talking about when we win championships.
Well, but I'm talking about the swap doesn't come till 26.
Yeah, 27, 26.
So we got 1 pick in 23 because we had 2, right? And then we got another one in 24.
Yeah, because we gave them that
Charlotte. Why are you worried about the picks? This is why we wanted. This is exactly what we wanted them to do: is to send up picks and our players.
And Rashad,
I need Jamal to make me an F them picks Atlanta Hawk shirt. That's what I need.
F them picks.
I need the Atlanta Hawk version of F them picks.
But the picks got you Murray though.
Hey,
yeah.
There's two channels. There's two channels on the Spurs that I'm going to listen to right after we drop off it because I know they crying. I know they got tears in their eyes. I mean, they get so excited and passionate about the Spurs. I can't wait. I can't wait.
Hey, when I had to leave the house, I was listening to Spurs radio, man. they wasn't too like mad. They was upset because they thought what they was thinking.
New
They
York
thought, yeah, they thought the Knicks deal
would have been
was
better.
better because the word is the Knicks was giving up picks plus Obi Toppin. Now that's a
Oh,
rumor.
man.
That's a rumor,
I
right?
read
But
it
they
too.
did say they said
They
Obi
said the picks
Toppin.
wasn't unprotected.
Yeah, so that
Because the
could
Knicks
have
can't
been.
afford no unprotected picks.
Yeah,
Their
that could have been
franchise
the
is
game changer, right? That could have been the game changer right there. But I'm gonna tell you one. I'm gonna say one thing. I will give the Spurs credit, but for trading Murray because what they did, and this is what I respect about the organization, and it's almost something what Lou was saying. The Spurs are thinking, you know what? In 2 years, are we gonna get this guy $40 million? Because think about it, the Spurs in 2 years, the Spurs not going to be contending for a championship in 2 years. So they will have no use to give somebody like Murray 40 million per extension. So being smart, they said 2 years out, we're not going to give it to him because we know we're not going to be ready to pay that type of money. Let's get what we can for him. And that goes back. Travis should have did the same thing when it came to John Collins. When he offered Collins that contract, right? And Collins said no, right then he should have been like, all right, I need to move him because I don't think he's worth $100 million. And see, that's why now you see us in that John Collins situation. But I don't even want to get out.
That reminded me that a little while ago when we were talking about this. This is kind of the point that I wanted to make is that even when Joe Johnson came here and we got Joe at a hell of a deal from Phoenix at first on the sign and trade, we brought him here and he outplayed that contract. That's what I want. That's what I want. But when it was time to pay him the big money, I was okay with letting him go. And that's what that's the situation I think we're going to be with Dejounte Murray, unless it's special.
But you got to remember with Joe Johnson, the Joe Johnson situation was kind of when when it was like the perfect storm for Joe, because remember when Joe's contract came up, ASG was trying to sell the Hawks. So you get more, your franchise's value higher when you have all-star players. Joe Johnson was an all-star. So they said, let's extend him because that's the only player we have that was worth anything to keep the value of the franchise. According to,
they had Al Horford and Josh Smith.
Well, Al Horford was on a rookie deal. So he was still on a rookie contract and he ain't really done nothing. You know what I'm saying? We just had, really all we had was Joe Johnson at the time. I'm not mad we gave Joe the money because it didn't make or break us anything. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like we had other people on the roster. It ain't like no free agent was coming here anyway. You know what I'm saying? So that didn't bother me. But like,
I was just tired of mediocrity, man. I was just tired of mediocrity. Like that was my thing. Is like when you get there and you're constantly have no chance in the first or second round, when you just play the Cleveland Cavaliers or whatever, and you know that they're going to sweep you, it doesn't make it fun. It doesn't make any of the season fun. At least when we're young, you get an unexpected run or you get some good games together. Like that's way more fun than just knowing you're going to lose in the playoffs. There's nothing worse.
Well, I don't ever think that. Go ahead, Analyst. You want to say something?
Yeah, and it was, well, I know the conversation is kind of shifting a little bit, so I'll be quick. To address the whole Dejounte Murray thing, with what Rashad was saying. First of all, Travis is a very careful man when it comes down to trading first round picks. Like that Charlotte pick's not going to convey. Like I knew that we were going to flip that pick. Moving on to the core of my point, Dejounte Murray, we're adding another guy that's almost averaging 10 assists. Like, even if we keep Clint, and I'm an advocate for trading him, I think that this also helps him because me and the mom we kind of going back and forth a little earlier in the chat about John Collins. And I said without Trey, Collins is nothing. He can't do anything because he can't dribble. So now this gives us the flexibility. You get another ball handler, you get another playmaker, you get another guy who, by the way, 8 rebounds. We get a guard that can go down there and grab a board.
Wow.
So I think that's also big, but it's another playmaker. Dejounte can create for Trey. We have had no one to create for Trey. Trey can create for Dejounte, which means his offensive game is going to improve. So I think that I think that this is working. And Trey, we've seen Trey off ball. And to be honest with you, Trey off ball is not dribbling up the court, shooting a 40-foot three. Dribble, everybody go to the corner. No, it's going to be Dejounte. It's going to be screen pick and rolls. It's going to be a beautiful thing to watch. And I'm telling you, this is going to be something that we can grow with. And he's not even in his prime yet. He's seeking towards his prime. He's only 25 years old. This is going to be a beautiful thing to watch for the Hawks.
We should have Trey and Murray playing the summer league.
All right, family, check it out. All right, family, we got a new member up here. First time. Who got here? D-Rock.
He tried to get out of the parking lot.
I'm just getting off from work.
Welcome, D-Rock. Thanks for coming on the show, baby. Talk to us, man. How you feeling today, bro?
I'm tired, to be honest, man. They worked me like hell today at work. I'm just now getting off. I was supposed to get off at 7. But they
talk about these Hawks.
Today, so.
All right, how you feel about the trade? You're breaking up, my guy.
But
yeah, he's breaking up a little bit.
Yeah.
He's breaking up.
I was like,
Breaking up.
Okay, there you go.
Y'all can hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you
now.
Yeah, now we can.
Now we can.
Okay. When I got a notification, well, let me start off by saying when I first heard the rumors about Devontae, I was kind of like, I don't know if they'll click. But when it finally happened today, I don't know, for some reason I got a little excited. I guess because I'm just kind of now that it actually happened, I'm kind of just like, okay, it happened. So let me see what's gonna happen. I'm kind of waiting to see how they gonna mesh and stuff, because I mean, Trey always is gonna want the ball, and he's always, because he's ever since he got in the league, he's been used to that. So that's why I'm just kind of interested in seeing how is he going to play off the ball, really, see if he, see how he reacts when he doesn't have the ball, so, but I mean, overall, I'm not mad about it, I mean,
Can I ask you this? Are you concerned that if Trey's going to be the point guard and Dejounte's going to be the 2 for the most part, are you concerned that then we have 2 undersized players for their position? Is that something that's slowing you up?
How tall is Murray, by the way?
6'4", 6'5".
6'5", so I don't think that would be an issue.
Okay.
He's 6'4" and $120, soaking
With a
wet.
long wingspan.
He ain't no $120, bro. Stop it.
I know, he's about $185.
Yeah, he ain't no skinny. He ain't no dang, bro. Come on now.
But no, I don't think it will be a problem. Because I mean, he's long too. If you really look at his wingspan, he's pretty long, and he's very active on the defensive end. So
that's what we need.
Yeah, and that's exactly what we need, especially at the 2 guard.
So what are we going to look like when we go up against like a Clippers starting 5, where they have like Paul George, who's a big small forward?
That's where
or the Chicago Bulls.
Yeah, that's where it gets a little interesting, because whoever Trey has to guard, that's the person, whoever is like near him is going to have to help. Like there's going to have to be help on him. So that's going to be the interesting part. And I'm just interested to see if they're going to add any more pieces too. So
hey,
I'm glad I know some of y'all were okay with getting rid of Big O, but personally I wasn't.
I was not.
Me neither.
I came on.
Let me tell you something. For Dejounte Murray, Big O, get the hell on for Dejounte Murray.
I was hyped yesterday. I'm
telling you straight up. I am not letting a 8-point score stop me from getting all-star 2
That's
guard.
not fair. That's not fair. That's not fair.
He's a 21-year-old big. He's
an 8-point scorer who doesn't even start on the team.
That's not fair.
What did DJ average his second year?
Hey, nobody's talking about Gallo if he have to. If they're losing over there at the Spurs, since they're rebuilding, could he possibly buy out?
Oh yeah, he's going to Miami.
He might not necessarily be.
He's going to play at Miami or
Boston. They cutting Gallo, man. They cutting Gallo because when they cut him, he only they probably already did it because they had to do it by 5. So the Spurs only paying them $5 million. Hell, I wouldn't be surprised if we the one that just paid him the $5 million because only $5 million of his contract was guaranteed. So he going to a contender. He probably gonna go to Miami, Boston. He going somewhere to win, which I don't blame Gallo. Gallo's like 30, 334. Go to a team, go chase a ring, bro. Don't come back here. Go chase a ring.
I think what we have to look for is for Trey to get better defensively on ball. If he can just be what Steph was in the finals, we're winning. Because the thing is, like, if he turns Murray into a help person like he did Herter, we're going to get a lot of blown plays and a lot of cuts and a lot of layups because Trey's on this floor. So if he takes defense seriously next year, I think we're going to be good. I think we're going to be good.
I think he will, man. I think this might be the little energy shot that he needed. To me, this is a move that should have been made, 2 years ago. Obviously Murray wasn't available, but I'm just saying, get another impact player 2 years ago, just like Dallas did for Luka when they went after Porzingis. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To me, this move is 2 years late, but better late than never. Okay. And I'll tell you, as a lifetime Hawks fan, we don't normally make moves like this. You know what I'm saying? We don't normally go get a player. I can't remember the last time we traded for an all-star player in their prime. We always get them when they 30, 32.
Johnson, we like to get them before they become good, and then they just never become good.
Who never became good?
No. I'm not saying Joe John. I'm saying we tried this with others like Bogey and other things like that.
But I'm saying we've never got an all-star player in their prime. I can't remember. Like, can anybody? I don't know. And I've been following this team forever, and I don't know when we got an all-star player in their prime to come play for us, man. That is huge to a fan like me, man.
Yeah, I can't.
But we do get Rashad Wallace.
Maybe we can get like I was saying earlier.
Rasheed Wallace too.
Rasheed Wallace.
But that was a trade, bro. And he won't.
Yeah,
that was a trade.
We traded him.
We were just the third team, bro.
He had him for a day.
Yeah, he only played for us for the hell of it. He didn't have to play. But my point is, now maybe, and I think you said it earlier, Lou, maybe other teams are now looking over here. I mean, other players are looking over here like, I might want to get in on this over here.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Moves like that allow us to get in position to go get a player like a PJ Tucker. Obviously, we're not going to get him this year, but players of that caliber, those veterans that you need to solidify the team. This would be a perfect time for Travis Slink, bald head ass, to go get Solo and bring him back to the team, man.
This kind of concerns me, though, because this makes me feel just like 2 years ago when Schlink brought in all these free agents like Gallo and all this other stuff, and then immediately our problem was LP. Well, we just did the exact same thing where we now have a roster that if you're good and can think of we have all sorts of talent on our team, and immediately I'm looking at Nate going, what's he going to do with it?
Bro, I'm giving 25 games. Talk to me. GM, what you thinking about Nate McMillan with this team that we have right now?
Whew, y'all, you're going to put me on the spot with Nate McMillan, huh? Well.
Everybody here, though, I don't like Nate.
Yeah, everybody, it's... I don't know the percentage, but it's heavy.
It's high.
That we're kind of like just a little hesitant on Nate McMillan, and but hey, he's here, so I don't know.
Can I say something?
I don't. I mean, if like Damon, I go back to what you're saying. Get yourself a great offensive assistant coach, and.
Get Woody.
If you're a defensive guy, then hey, man, where is that defense? We got to upgrade on a shooting guard who can play a little defense. Maybe that will inspire Trey and like you said, all the other players on the team. So maybe this gives them the spark that they need. So
okay, you had something to say, D-Rock, about that? Talk to us.
I mean, I honestly think that Nate McMillan puts too much trust into Trey. I think I understand why, though, because he is like the best player on the team. But at some point, you kind of need to like defer to other players. I mean, like because he ain't gonna be able to do it all the time, you know. So I feel like he's gonna have to be able to trust other players to get other stuff done. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So
And
I
that's
think
what
Damon makes this point all the time is that he hasn't had anybody that he's felt that's on that same level for him to even give it up. I think that's a good point to be made.
Yeah, we just
Okay,
like I said, but before we just got Dejounte Murray, name me another player not named Trey who commands a double team. Nobody. So, and I said it before, man. We as a team, we and Nate as a coach are too Trey Young dependent. And until Nate start pushing that ball to somebody else, now like what Lou just said, maybe he didn't trust a Collins, a Okongwu, Hunter.
He's still shitting on Okongwu.
Maybe he didn't trust those guys. Well, that's just the first name that popped in my head. That's why I said maybe he didn't trust those guys, right? But what I did see, he kind of started trusting Bogey a little more.
yeah,
That's why you saw Bogey come off the bench and doing his own thing. That's why Bogey had the second highest usage on the team. You know what I'm saying? So maybe he trusted Bogey, but as an OG coach, I'm not surprised because Bogey technically is like one of those veterans one of those vets. You know what I'm saying? That Nate McMillan likes to play so much. But like I said, and I like Nate McMillan. I'm a Nate supporter, but I get Nate 25 games. Okay,
So
25 games, bro.
Okay, so what's the range though? What's the range? Okay, we're 15-10, or I mean, yeah, that's right. That
I
makes
would
sense.
say we need to be at a minimum. At a minimum, that should be a bare minimum. And
5 games over?
yeah, just to
Damn,
get,
okay.
listen, you gotta let me finish just to get everything going. But by the end of the season, like my marker, if I'm the GM, my marker for him is we need 50 games plus.
Well, what's your backup plan? What's your backup plan? Because last time we had Nate on the roster already. Like, are we gonna bring in somebody that's that quality?
Bro, I'm gonna find a coach. That's not a problem. Trust me, I'm gonna be already looking at available options before the season starts. Okay?
Well, that guy from
right
New
now.
York,
And let me add one more thing, and I go to one of y'all. If I'm Travis or Landry Field, whoever, I say Travis because he's the president of basketball operations.
And he still makes the decisions. Yeah.
If I'm him, I'm personally hiring his lead assistant. Personally. Because knowing Nate, he'll go out and get his other son to be the damn lead assistant coach. Okay?
Jamil.
Whatever his name is, Jamil,
Hey, I said he'll hire his brother. He'll hire his brother.
You know what I'm saying?
As long as
I would personally go get, just like Travis put Nate on LP staff, I'm doing the same thing. Because if I'm Travis, this move you just made could cost you your job if it don't work. So why would I sit here and just, I'm gonna just let Nate do the coaching? No, I'm gonna be hands-on. So guess what? If it fails, I can say, you know what? I have my hands on it too.
Nate be like Nate be like Oprah in the family reunions. You get a job. You get a job.
Hey, talk to me. What you thinking about? Talk to me, Matt. What you thinking about Nate McMillan handle his team, and what would you do with that blank lead assistant position that we got available?
Personally, what I'm doing is I'm doing a Toronto Nick Nurse situation. I'm going to go get David Vanderpool. I'm going to go get his assistant, Quentin Snyder. But I'm going to go get his assistant and put him on the staff and be like, hey, look, this is a smooth transition of power. You know what I'm saying? If it ain't working, we're going to switch you out so it's no hard feelings. We already know up front. This is my expectations. This is what I'm looking for. Minimum, I got to see what other moves they make at the front court because I can't believe they're going to keep Capella. Maybe they do, but I don't think they're going to keep Capella. But I got to see
We bring in Aiden for Capella. Oh my God, I might lose my head.
Or even, like I said earlier, Miles Turner, which I think is a better fit. Miles Turner's a better fit. But, you know, whatever they do in the front court, I'm set. Hey, Nate, I need to see 50 wins.
Yeah.
I need, you know what I'm saying? I'm setting a
benchmark. At a minimum 50.
This is what I'm looking for our defensive numbers to be at this point halfway through the season. You know what I'm saying? I'm setting a whole table for him. So he he know what's up at the beginning. So if we got to switch over halfway through the season, You know what I'm saying? We ain't
Let
wasting
me
time.
put this in context, though, Matt. Does this make us better than the Sixers?
I think so.
I
Does
think
this make
so.
us better than the Bulls?
I don't think the Sixers have a dependable number 2. You know, Harden. You know, he's obviously.
Okay, no, I'm just gonna run through them. Does this because
the Bulls?
this is
Yes, I think we're better than the Bulls. Yes.
What about
the Bucks?
Lou?
Well,
Lou, let me ask you, and then I'll come to you again. My bad, my guy. Lou, our roster right now, currently constructed. Are we better than the Celtics?
I thought we were better than the Celtics last year, to be honest.
Oh, okay. I was just saying I want to see what you were saying. Hey, somebody got some background noise going on, man. Who that is?
I believe it sounds like somebody's private. It must be.
Okay.
Just mute your mic while you're not talking.
Hey, D-Rock, when you're not talking, just mute your mic.
There you go.
Damn.
Go ahead, GM.
Well, yeah, Lou. I wanted to say to Lou, that's a great question. I will look at it more. I think in the East is about your bench. It's about the depth, you know, because so many people in the East have it's a pretty good roster all over the board, and so now you got Bogey coming off the bench, which he has been, and shoot, I mean,
Herter. This may make Herter better. The pressure's off Herter now.
And push come to shove now, since we do have injuries, my boy get injured all the time. Herter could play the 3. He can play the 3 or the 2. So it's kind of like they got the interchangeable guys. That's what I mean by depth. I feel like Atlanta is better than the Sixers.
What about
I might not say Boston because of the experience that they have.
My thing is Miami. Miami's our bugaboo. There was no other team that was our worst matchup than Miami, and they exposed us in a way that I was not hoping for. But I think
that's what I'm looking forward to playing to see if this works.
If we would have played Boston, if we would have played any of these other top teams, I think we would have stayed with them, made them a game 7, and then saw what happened because we were ready. But I think the only team that was just ready to put us in our place mentally and in a big brother type of way was Miami.
But I think Murray solves the issues that we saw with Miami.
Exactly.
A lot of those issues. I think Milwaukee's better. I think Milwaukee's a better team.
Okay, I can see that. I
Boston,
can see that.
possibly because of the experience. But I think we're third. I think we're third or fourth. We're third or fourth. And Nate, we got.
But what about these young teams? What about Ronto and Detroit?
I'm not gonna lie, Detroit.
Oh,
Detroit
boy, right.
Gonna be nice,
I
bro.
I like
be
their
good, bro.
core, but they're ways away.
Man.
Yeah, I give them 2 years. They're gonna be a problem 2 years.
My thing is this: is if they have Jaden and Cade as the guard, who is guarding them on our team? Murray and Trey is not going to be enough.
Why not?
No, I believe.
Why not? Why that's not gonna be enough?
Just think about it.
He might be right. He might be right on that.
But you could just put Hunter on one of them.
You have to put Hunter on one of them.
Hunter Murray.
Bro, every team is going.
Now you got Trey on a big guy.
Every team gonna have a mismatch somewhere, bro. It's all about can you find the mismatches. Okay, it's not one team built out there that say, you know what, we got somebody that could stop everybody. No, so it's gonna be nice where you're gonna have, they could run out and put out a big lineup, but I think, and that's why I'm saying Nate got 25 games, bro.
I'm not talking about the regular season. I'm talking about.
I agree with that.
But that's what I'm saying. I think our defense, is gonna come from the coaching because what Nate gonna have to do, he gonna have to start coaching.
I agree.
And what I mean by that is this.
Exactly.
I agree.
And what I mean by that is this. He gonna have to start adjusting on the defense. And I don't mean just going to a damn 2-3 zone like we in college. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's and I'm gonna say it. Trae Young gonna have to step his freaking game up on that defensive side.
Thank you.
Once again, I'm not saying he need to make an all defensive team. I'm not saying
I was about to say realistically. Realistically,
he can't be the second to last defensive rated guy though.
What's up, GM?
Where can Trae defense be? Realistically, everybody on here.
You know what?
How good can
stay engaged? All he needs to do is stay engaged.
If we can get Trae, if he could get up there with Dejounte, like in the steal category, we know
was
he
just about
not.
to say
We
that.
know he ain't finna guard 90% of the league one-on-one. We know that already.
Yeah, no, that's not gonna happen. No.
Yeah, it's
That's
not
not the
going to
league
happen.
anyways.
that's
Everybody's
impossible.
getting coached. That's not the league anyways. Everybody's
I would-
coached.
But y'all know what I mean. Let me welcome my boy Markeith up in the building. Talk to me, Keith. Talk to me, baby. How you feeling, my guy? What you think about that trade? And we didn't even give up nothing, Keith. What's
And
up?
Travis, we trust.
I know.
You to come in here and smack y'all around yesterday. Blah, blah, blah.
And
Nah,
Travis,
no.
we trust.
Hey, when I saw the news, I was surprised. I was like, okay, we got and I saw what we gave up. I was even more surprised. I give this trade an A. I give it
Hell
an A.
yeah. Hell yeah.
Oh, had to give us some future first round draft picks. I gotta give it to Travis, man. That was slick right there. Hey,
Yeah.
I'm
F
looking
them
forward to the next
picks.
move they make. I'm looking forward to the next move they make.
F them picks, man.
So
Hey,
let me
go ahead,
ask y'all
D-Rock.
this.
It's Aiton.
Let me ask y'all this. Who do we need to get next?
Aiton.
DeAndre
It's Aiton. Are they here to question?
If you can get DeAndre Ayton, you should go for it. You should go for it.
You know what,
Yeah.
man? I
If
think
you
right
can get
now-
them, but I'm like Demond. I would say just I want to play the season out. By
Nah.
No.
You want to
Nah.
take that?
Dude,
I just want now I'm like Demond. I just want to see it. I just want to see what it looks like. You know?
There's two things.
We see it on paper.
But be aggressive at the
Yeah,
same time.
man.
Hey, man, y'all ain't shit, bro. Y'all
But
like,
you guys are right. It could go either way. It could go either way.
You know what, man? You know what?
I mean,
I'm gonna say this. I'm just doing quick numbers in my head. Trade 36 million, Dejounte 17, John 23, Bogey 18, Kevin like 15, Capella 18. I mean, I think we already gonna be in the tax, so you might as well get Aiton the money. I mean, we already in the tax.
18 will be a championship.
We not in the tax yet. We not in the tax
That'll be a
yet.
championship
hey,
team.
would you trade
I mean, we
Bogey?
can say we're gonna be in the
Would you
tax.
trade Bogey and Capella for Aiton at this point?
Hell yeah, bro.
Oh
let me tell you
yeah.
something.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
about winning.
Bogey and Capella.
I'm
Yes.
about
Bogey and
winning.
Capella.
For Kate,
Yeah,
for
But
Aiton.
see,
Have 'em.
but
Yeah,
Get him
but
out
y'all,
of here.
I would.
but the only problem with Aiton is they said Trey really
Here
wants
we go.
a,
He's a quitter.
Hold
Come
on,
on,
hold on.
man.
Trey-
What's the problem with Aiton?
ahead, man.
Trey really wants a pick and roll dude, right? So Aiton really not that dude. So they,
But
from
you
what
would
I've
have
been
John
reading, they
Collins.
said
Yeah.
true, but I think personally, I think Miles
Aiton has
Turner is a
always
better
been that
fit.
dude.
So you
I
want to
think
do another
Aiton-
year? So
Aiton-
Matt,
Aiton has
you want to do
always-
another year of coming on the post game live, so we could say, man, Clint missed all these bunnies. How many
No.
times?
Yeah,
I said
no.
no.
Oh, I got
I
some
said
for
get,
you, Matt.
no.
Miles.
I got
I
some
said
for you,
get
man.
rid of Clint. Get rid of Clint. I said for Miles
Okay.
Turner. I think
Yeah,
Miles
but
Turner
they're not
is a
gonna
better fit.
Miles
But
Turner-
Capella, the
Miles
thing
Turner
about
will
that,
be
real quick, Matt.
Miles Turner will be easier and cheaper, but who's the
No, he
better
wouldn't.
player?
No,
Who's
here's
better
the thing is,
player?
The force would be
Come on. Here's the thing is that we
Force would be
wouldn't be able to get him as easily because we can't, or as nicely because we can't just ship Capella over there for him like we can Aiton. Like with Aiton, that's a winning team that wants another solid center. We could give them Capella, and that's something they want. Indiana wants to be part of a Capella.
Well, I mean, you
But
can always find a
but
third team though.
Listen,
But
I
the problem
think
with
Aiden's
Aiton, though-
just. I think Aiden's just better, and I think Aiden's one of those two-way bigs, like
Yeah.
where,
So nice.
he can play both defense and offense,
Yeah.
and they said he wanted the ball in Phoenix, and Phoenix didn't give it to him.
That's
Well,
the problem. Yeah, that was the problem.
We need to give him the ball. We can
Hey,
run
look,
all
hey, look,
Sweet
analyst. Look at your boy. He could play. You know he a Clint Capella lover.
Oh,
Y'all didn't know.
hey, I
Rashad-
know Rashad. Hey,
Rashad is a Clint Capella lover,
Hey,
dog.
Aiton,
Rashad is. Hey,
listen, they don't have to take Aiton off the court because he can't shoot free throws at the end of a game.
exactly. You know, Clint not
There
gonna
you go.
take 20 seconds to shoot the ball and still miss. It still hit the side of the rim. I mean, listen.
I don't know.
Yeah, I will say he did didn't
Look,
Clint have that one
Also,
turnaround?
also look.
Hold on, can we give a little love to this? Can we give a little love to this?
Go ahead, GM.
I was just saying,
Look, hey,
can we just give a little love to
Demond's been
Sharife
now.
Cooper?
Hey, credit to Demond. Hey, you've been saying this, but the spacing. Now
I'm
he can
telling
give
you,
all,
bro.
like, both. He can give you both. Also, Murray. See, there's been questions today about Murray. You know, like he can't really shoot. out from the perimeter. I'm not saying like the threes and all that. Now if you got a guy penetrating to the basket. Ayton, he can do it all. Like he can move out, he can move in. Whatever your offense is doing, he can adjust to it. You see what I'm saying? And I just think it's a force, man. I mean, it's unstoppable. I think it's a championship team. That's a no-brainer. Now I would miss what is that, Bogey? I would miss Bogey because Bogey had that clutch.
There are more moves coming.
But that opens it up for AJ. That opens up some minutes for AJ to be right there.
Man, AJ gonna be in College Park, bro.
Yeah, they gonna put
I don't think AJ is gonna be.
They're gonna put him in College Park.
And you know what? And you know what? That's where he need to be, College Park. Put him in College Park, man. Because like I said,
they say he has a role in the rotation. They have already announced that.
I'd rather have him getting 30 minutes with the Skyhawks than 2 minutes with the Hawks.
Yeah, because what the heck can you do with 2 minutes? Like
nothing. Look at Jalen Johnson over there. Jalen Johnson come in for 5 minutes and you know he want to play because he get up 10 shots in like 5 minutes. Man, listen.
They're gonna give him a chance at the beginning of the season.
Oh, he gonna get. Well, you know what's gonna suck though. You know what sucks? JJ not gonna be able to play summer league, man. So that sucks. Because
that's
injured.
true. That's
He injured.
why not?
Who's not going to be playing?
Jalen
Johnson. He injured.
Oh,
he injured.
Man, wow.
Oh, he injured. Oh my God.
Hey, real quick. Let me shift the topic. Hey, I'm gonna shift the topic real quick. If y'all didn't know, which y'all probably do because y'all follow the team, y'all saw the Hawks. Y'all see we turned Cooper to a restricted free agent, right? So you know what's probably coming is that we're gonna give him an NBA contract. Okay, I know he was on a 2-way contract, so we just made him a restricted agent earlier today. We're gonna probably give him an NBA contract. What do y'all think about Sharife Cooper being the actual backup point guard to Trey? So that would mean no DeLon Wright, right? And we had Cooper as the backup point guard. Are y'all confident in Cooper?
I like Cooper.
I think he could be a solid backup point guard for the Hawks. I think he can.
Anybody else got any thoughts on that?
I think he's like a.
Go ahead, D-Rock.
I think he's like a Trae Young 2.0 without the jumper. If you get me, like he can
do have similar style. They got similar style.
You know, stuff like that. But he's not a good shooter though. That's something that he probably need to work on.
He can work on that. That's something you can improve. Talk to me, Anna. What you think of Reed being the actual backup point guard?
I mean, I would be very hesitant about doing that. I think that only because I've seen the mistakes that he's made when he's out there in garbage time. And I'm not saying that mistakes are, like a deal breaker, but it's like when you're looking at trying to contend for a title, it's like you're taking a big risk, going out there and trying to make him the backup point guard. I think he should fall, kind of into that role, as in if something happens to the backup point guard, he can slide in.
Who's that guy?
I think he should be in that role. Like the kid's still young, and I think that he still needs to be in College Park.
Well, I will say this. Well, he's better than College Park, bro.
He is. I don't know if he's.
If you go watch, right? If you go watch the second half of the season in College Park, right? In the first half, he sucked. He was still trying to learn. He was terrible. He almost lost his job to Cat Barber down in College Park as a starter, right? Second half of the season, the dude was like a freaking College Park superstar, dog. Like, seriously, if you go watch the second half of the season, obviously you probably gotta go watch, but just go look at the numbers he put up in the second half. I think he's going to be ready. I think it's going to be ready. And same thing for him, for Herter. He's not going to really have too much pressure on him. What you think about that, Matt? Talk to me.
I would like it only in the context if Wright stayed as the shooting guard, like off the bench. So you keep him because he's not going to be a defender. That's pretty evident. He's not going to be a good defender. So, but his playmaking is electric, and so you do get a lot of that same Trae type of dynamic passing. But Obviously not on that level, but a little less. But if you put him next to Wright and you move Herder to the 3, the backup 3, that's more palatable. I can do that. In my head I can see that. But if you
GM, what you thinking?
Man, Matt made a great point. Looking at it like, Trae Young, Murray, now your bench, Cooper, and then you have possibly DeLon Wright. It's like the same thing. DeLon can shoot 3, every now and then he'll shoot pretty good, but he can play defense. You see what I'm saying? And now he can take the pressure. So it's kind of like, yeah. And then also Herder. I know people are tough on Herder, but if anything happens, Herder can come in and kind of relieve a little bit. Just like a setup pitcher, a middle reliever pitcher.
Okay.
He's not a closer, but he can help you kind of figure some things out.
Marquis, talk to me now. Got a question for you on DeLon Wright. DeLon Wright, like we only have the mid-level exception, which is between $6 and $10 million. You think we could re-sign DeLon Wright for that, or you think DeLon Wright can find a better offer to where we can't afford him?
Okay, after the type of season DeLon Wright had last year, to be honest, he could find a better offer, but
DeLon Wright have?
But we actually can sign him for around that money. And also, I do kind of like the idea of Cooper and DeLon Wright as your backcourt as you come off the bench. A little concerned with Herder. If he improves his defense more, then I can see it happen. Because him defending opposing teams' threes, it's kind of a little shaky in my opinion. It was a little shaky.
Okay. Well, Lou over there shaking his head. Talk to me, Lou. Sound like you disagreeing with what Marquise got to say.
No, not necessarily. It's kind of what all y'all were saying is that y'all are looking at Cooper as a backup. I think that he is a piece that fell to us in the second round, and the best thing that we can do is try to flip him to as a first round pick. He has no place on our team. Like we don't need another small guard. Like we don't. That's not what we need to do.
You sure?
Really?
Unless he could shoot electrically, unless he was like an A+ shooter, he doesn't do anything that we need, like at all.
Okay.
So Lou, who would you get for the backup, man, if you're out there in free agency?
I mean, actually, I thought about this at one point. There was
Schroeder,
like
Schroeder.
No,
I would say not Schroeder, like but someone in that vicinity, but not his attitude. There was another guy that I think. There's a couple of guys. I mean, even the guy that played at Cleveland, Ricky Rubio. That's where a veteran would come in. That's where you put a veteran in there that's been there, that's done it. You want a general that's been there. Like that's what you want in that backup role. I don't want Cooper as my backup point guard.
Exactly.
You know what? That's cool, Lou. That's cool. But we can't afford a Ricky Rubio, bro.
I want Cooper to learn.
When we start consolidating our assets into Ayton, and then we have 3 less players on our team, 2 less players on our team. Yeah, we're going to be able to have a position for him.
You know what? I think Cooper gonna be ready to go. I think, and I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna say it right now on the show. I think he's gonna go to Summer League. And he's gonna act a freaking donkey.
And I hope so. The best thing that we can do, is flip that second round pick into a first round pick to somebody.
Bro, I'm not getting rid of him.
He ain't nothing. You weren't gonna not get rid of Double O, but you're gonna hold on to the Cooper. Come on, man.
Hold up. Don't try to play me like that. What I said was, I would not let Double O stand in the way of getting me Dejounte Murray. That's what I said. I didn't say, hey, man, let's just get rid of Double O for the fuck. No, I said I'm not going to let a career 8-point scorer stop me from getting the dude who almost averaged a triple-double and is a freaking all-star in the NBA. That's what I said.
Well, I will still say that Cooper should not be our backup point guard. We need to go with some, we need to go with a veteran there.
Okay. One thing, Lou, if you get somebody in the second round and they can possibly play,
you flip them to a first round pick.
I mean, that right there in itself is just that. I mean,
he would love a guy like that.
Yeah,
I got to let that guy play to see if I got a steal. You see what I'm saying? Which I know
I'm not getting rid of Cooper, man. I think
he's not Pritchard. Like if he was Pritchard, who was undersized but can shoot his ass off and is a gamer, then yeah. Like
listen to me, Lou. Go watch one of them games in the second half of the G League season and watch him go for 40.
I think he's got a great game.
He
but
can,
the
hey,
team
listen,
has to be built
he
around
can
him. He's
develop
not
a
a second-
mid-range jump shot.
But
That's
if you got
fine.
Bogey,
This
out on
team
the
doesn't
court,
need it.
coming off the bench, that's your shooter right there. You see what I'm saying?
But
Yeah,
Like,
just,
and you
I
know
just
what
think
else?
this team doesn't
And
need
you
it.
know what else? And you know what else? Since GM just said that, if you get Sharife Cooper and he balls in summer league, and he gonna be on the Hawks roster this year. That's why we got him off that 2-way contract. That allows you to free up. Now maybe you can get off of a Kevin Huerter contract. Maybe you can get off of a Bogey contract. But one thing we know, Bogey ain't even gonna be starting the season with his fresh because he's still up. He just had the knee surgery. So I mean, I think he's gonna be good, man. I think Coop gonna be good.
I agree.
I don't think he's not going to be good. I just don't think he's needed on our team. I think he should be flipped for an asset like a first-round pick, especially after we lost all these. If we can put a second-round pick into I bet you New York would give us a first-round pick if
They would.
Well, no,
they
they
would.
because they not because they about to give 115 million to Jalen Brunson, so they don't need
Sure are.
they love point guards.
New York is
Lou, that's
an
one
upgrade.
reason- Lou, that's one
Love
reason why
point
you got to play
guards.
him. That's one reason why you got to play him, Lou. Because now they still need to see some value on and not in college part. They need to see.
Okay, so what GM saying is you're showing them off.
You're
Like a
showing
shiny
them
new
off,
toy.
Yeah, it's for the first couple of games, yeah.
Now if he's too good to get rid of, I'm like, nah. You gotta get
Bro,
better than that.
I guarantee you,
He
if
would
y'all
still
didn't
be in
watch
our
Sharife
rotation.
Cooper play, not the first half, go watch them games in March.
I've seen him.
When he got it
And-
together, it's like it's
Yeah.
like it clicked.
We don't need nobody on the team that ain't going to be able to play with Trae Young on the court. You're not going to ever play Sharife and Trae at the same time. Trade
That's the point of having him to replace Trey.
That's why I said back
You don't
up.
But
that's
also,
you don't
Now you have a limited player on your team. God, y'all don't make no sense sometimes.
I'm going to
Go ahead.
Okay,
Don't-
this the same dude who wanted to go ahead and trade for $40 million Tobias Harris. Come on, Lou, stop.
Oh, now you trying to play me. Now you trying to play me. That wasn't even it. That wasn't that wasn't just one morning.
It was
You were going after Tobias here.
One morning and take
Lou
one
wanted to trade for
Tobias.
Tobias Harris. Talk about he worth $45 million. Man, get up out of here,
I
Lou.
did not say that. I did not.
You didn't, Lou. You didn't.
at all.
Analyst.
I
Watch
said,
this, analyst.
I
And
said,
you know analyst not gonna lie. You know he ain't gonna lie.
you know,
Analyst.
and I didn't just come up there to you.
Analyst. Was
I
he
did not
not
come
in
to you.
that chat? Was he not in that chat? Lou talking about we should get Tobias Harris.
Yeah,
Or Ben-
you
it
were
was-
mad at
it
Travis
was-
because he didn't take
No,
Tobias Harris' contract. You were
it
like,
was Ben
you were
Simmons.
you were
Tobias.
getting passionate about it too. It was like we should have taken him.
We needed a move.
God damn, this dude sucks. You
Somebody
know?
said
Hey,
you
needed
hey,
a
guess
move.
what?
Averaging one more
Hey, guess
point.
what? Lou?
Hey,
Did we win?
We got that move.
You
We
ain't
got that
hear
move now.
what Jimmy Butler said?
Now, but we needed
Hey,
to move last year to
Hey,
play.
let me talk
play.
to you. Let me talk to you, GM. GM, what do you think? What do you think is our chances of being able to flip whoever to get a DeAndre 8? What do you think our chances is? And then I'm gonna hit the rest of y'all up for y'all opinion on that one.
I think it's pretty good. I think it's good. It's good.
You feel confident we
it's
can pull
good
something
because
out
of
for him?
Thank you, Strategy King.
Yeah. You know why? You know why? Because you still have your players. You still have your players, and also you just added a player. So Ayton is looking like this, where the Suns are looking like, okay, so what are we gonna get? You see what I'm saying? So it just depends on, like Clint Capella. We already know that's one because they have to replace it, and then they're gonna want somebody else on top of that. Who can
Alan
probably shoot.
What you think on that, Matt?
It could possibly be Herter. It could possibly.
What you think our chances of adding DeAndre Ayton to the
I think you
team?
can flip. I think you can flip Capella and possibly Herter because or Bogey. I would prefer to do Bogey.
Me
Flip
too.
Bogey and Capella for Ayton. But I mean, personally,
What
I'm
about
not-
the contract, Matt? What about the contract though?
He's only on a $12 million qualifying offer, so you have to add something to it to match the money for because Clint makes too much money. I'm sorry, they have to add something to the deal because Clint makes too much money. So, but they had put Cam Johnson on the trade block. So possibly they could do because he got qualifying offer at 8, so the money matches. Because I think Capella makes 20. So if you do 8 and Cam Johnson for Capella, I could see that. But the problem is,
but don't they sign him first to the big number, and then we have to match that big number?
No, we sign him. I mean, excuse me. Yeah, you're right, Lou. You're right. What happened since we got a sign and trade for Ayton because we can't fit him under the cap, then
Hunter and Collins.
We come up with whatever we want to pay him. So say Ayton want $30 million. So we be like, and we agree, right? So what happened is the Suns will draw up the contract for 30, and then we have to trade to make the money work, right? But remember,
that's where Capella and Boogie or something comes in,
right? So remember, before they even come up with the contract, everything else is already agreed and laid down. So everybody know who getting traded, what the money is. Then they'll do the contract. Then you do the sign and trade. But remember, he don't have to do a sign and trade if he want to go to another team who had cap space.
No. That's on the Suns. The Suns would they have the final say because he's restricted.
Oh, because he's restricted. That's right. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, but my thing is with
you're right, Luke.
Ayton, I think personally that stunts Onyeka's growth if you get Ayton. And I'm not sure he's a bad forward. He's not really a good defender. If y'all,
what about this, Matt?
You can
let me stop you real quick, Matt. Let me stop you real quick. Matt, what if the Suns came to you and said Capella and Okongwu for Ayton? Would you do it?
No.
Would anybody do that deal?
Oh, yeah.
Somebody would do it.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I want to give up both.
You know what? I know they wouldn't ask that.
I'd give up Capella and Collins before that.
But
hey, I'm with you. And I'm with you.
I got a feeling they're gonna ask for Collins though. I can see them wanting to stretch.
Well, it depends because they still got to deal with
small ball,
Mikal Bridges. So they could look at it as if we gonna. Depends on how much they're going to give Mikal Bridges. If they're going to give if Bridges want more,
Bridges about to get the bag.
If he want more than $23 million,
they resigned Bridges.
Oh, they did. They resigned him
last year. That's why they trading Cam Johnson. They said last year.
Okay, I'm behind. Yeah. My bad.
So
my bad.
I can see. Okay, I can see you moving Hunter. You can trade Capella and Collins, and then you move Hunter to the 4. I can see that, and you put Cam at the 3. That makes more sense.
Now you're back to messing up the team.
That makes more sense than trading Onyeka, who you know what I'm saying. Everything they've been saying publicly is that he's.
Let me ask you this, Matt. Let me ask you this. If you so high on Capella, right? I mean, excuse me, on Okongwu, right? If you high on Okongwu,
I'm high on him too.
Why would we even did? We might just stay where we at then.
No, because
let me finish. Stay where we at. And just flip it and have Okongwu be the starter then. If people so high on Okongwu,
this what I would do. I don't know if they're gonna do it, but this is what I would do. I would do a 3-team trade. I would send Capella there. I would get Ayton. I would flip Ayton for Anunoby. That's what I would do. Put Anunoby.
Where he gonna play at?
Who?
Yo, how funny.
OG.
Hey, we have a Travis Slink in the comments.
I do love OG.
And we have a Travis Slink in the comments. It's pretty funny.
You got Trey Murray, you got Anunoby, you got Hunter, and then you got Onyeka. That's what. And then if you're worried about Onyeka not being able to play the 5 full time, then you could get somebody like Kim Birch or somebody Baton.
That made no sense, bro.
Yes, it does. Listen though, you got 4+ defenders surrounding Trey. You got Murray's plus defender, Anunoby's plus defender.
Hold up, you say Trey, Murray, Hunter, OG Anunoby, and Okongwu will be the starters, right?
How we got OG? What's going on?
No, I said personally, I would put Ayton for Anunoby because Toronto's looking for a starting.
And get first-round picks.
Yeah, I think you're gonna get fired, Matt.
I don't know about that. Yeah,
I think you're gonna get fired, man.
Well,
look at Marquis. I'm looking at Marquis' face. Marquis like, what?
Yeah. Listen, the Suns are simple.
What you think about what Matt just said? What you think about what Matt just said?
Okay, okay. You kind of lost for you when you say you would flip Ayton for OG. that's what kind of lost me there. Yeah, because again, my second favorite team's Portland, but yeah, when they was trying to go for OG before the draft, yeah, Joe Cronin did make that trade because Toronto probably wanted a little too much for OG, even though they wanted to give him up. So that's why they stuck with that. So I'm like, I don't know,
I agree
man.
with Dwayne.
OG
I agree
would
with
be nice.
I agree with whoever Dwayne P. I agree with what he said in the comments section. Because everything they've been saying publicly is that they believe Okongwu is going to be the starting center. That's why they took him.
Yeah, I mean,
But you
Okongwu's not ready yet.
Yeah, I would.
No, I believe he's ready.
I don't think he's ready yet.
Yeah, not yet.
I think you're wrong, Lou.
Okay. So
I think Big O will be ready if he gets a little bit bigger. No.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hey,
look
a little more muscle, and I think he'll be a starting center. A little more muscle.
So I'm gonna ask y'all, right? If you bring in Ayton, right, you're doing and you pay him $30-something million a year like he wants, then when is Onyeka going to play? So you drafted him 6
at power forward.
Actually, he could be a 6 or 7 man.
When he gets that jumper,
he is gonna space his game out. I mean, I think that he can't play.
As soon as he gets that jumper, he's gonna play power forward.
But thanks to Nate.
Please stop going off of hope.
It's not hope. My man said he's gonna do it. I believe him.
But you ain't seen it yet, so you hoping he do.
DJ got a jumper. When all you gotta do is learn how to shoot a jumper, and you got people teaching you, you can learn.
Wait. Hold up. So you saying he get that jumper, Onyeka could play power forward, right?
Easy, because he can guard the 3 and the 2. Yeah.
So why don't you just keep John Collins because he can already shoot?
I'm okay with keeping John Collins at this point because now we got a playmate.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying, it don't make sense to move on Onyeka to pop. First of all, I'm gonna tell you what I think.
Capella's your weakest link right now.
Well, I've been trying to get rid of Capella for 2 years.
I agree.
I've been trying to get rid of him for 2 years, man. I've been trying to get rid of him for 2 years. He's terrible. He's garbage. I don't care what nobody's saying. Rashad, I know you're listening. He freaking sucks, bro. Get him the fuck get him out of here, dog.
If we can change Capella and Jang into a Mo Bamba and Ayton, I'm
Jang's
cool
not on
with
the team no more, bro. He's only a 1 year deal.
Yeah. Jang's not on the team. Yeah, he's
thank God. Thank y'all. That's even better.
And Mo Bamba
we would still be changing it.
Mo Bamba is unrestricted too, so he can go to any team.
So
any restricted.
So I'm asking y'all, besides Lou, since we all agree that Onyeka's a 5, and you bring in Ayton, what are you gonna do with Onyeka? When are you gonna play him?
But that's the thing. Well, and this is my point, and then I'll let you respond, Jim. Let me get.
You gotta look at okay.
Let me get this out because y'all know I'll be losing my train of thought.
I'll be in a second.
If Onyeka is so good to be our center, why isn't he already starting? I don't understand. Somebody explain that to me,
please. Because Capella was playing. I mean, Capella kind of started the whole season last year. I mean,
and he sucked.
Yeah, he did. But Onyeka,
we saw when Onyeka was taking defense minutes.
Like develop still, because he's only in his second year. So like what my man was saying, he needs to put on a little more muscle, to be able to bang that. Like, don't get me wrong, I did see him when he was in the playoffs. I'm not saying he stopped Embiid and
Devin, stop yelling.
I'm not saying that, but he gave them fits though. He did bother them a little bit.
Okay, I'll give him credit. I'll give him credit for that. I'll give credit. Go ahead, GM, and I'm gonna come to you, Marquis.
Yeah, I just think Double O he's still young, man. And Atlanta analyst, he made a good point about his free throws. I know people saying the free throws, but they just shows you he have form. When you look at that type of, Capella gets on that free throw line, you already know what time it is. He can't do it. You know what I'm saying?
That's because he's from Switzerland, so I ain't surprised.
What Capella does when he gets fouled and he doesn't convert on those free throws when we're making a run or the other team's making a run and we're trying to stop and we dump it off to him and he misses those free throws, that's momentum killing. If we get a center that just doesn't do that.
But see, now going back to my point, Double O, now you got Ayton. Ayton is, like I said earlier, he's flexible, man. He can go outside. He can do whatever, even at the 4, if Double O had to play the 4. Or they might switch it where Ayton play the 4. You know, he might just do that. I mean, if he's that great, then he can play 4 or 5.
Go ahead, Keith. What was on your mind, my guy?
I think Ayton can play 4.
Now with Double O, now everybody remember this is his first official off season without an injury.
Thank you.
Just like his last 2 seasons, he was injured during the off season. So you finally actually get that jump shot practice going. And actually, if he does get that jump shot in, I think he can actually play the 4 and the 5. He can do both.
And the 5, yes, sir.
I
agree.
Yeah, on offense and defense, especially because basically, in my opinion, as far as like a big, if you have a jump shot, at least have a mid-range game. You don't have to take no threes.
Mm-hmm.
At least have a mid-range game. At least around 15, 18 feet. At least around that. Then you good. Because basically every center league be taking jump shots. But
our college got better.
Hey, let me ask my resident Clint Capella.
That's exactly why I came in here.
Let me ask my resident Clint Capella, my Clint Capella veteran right here, Rashad. Rashad, let me ask you this, man. Keep it a buck, Rashad. Keep it a buck. Can Okongwu develop and be better than Clint within 2 years? Can he take Clint's job within 2 years? You there, Rashad?
I think he's too small. I've been pushing for him. I've been pushing for Okongwu to get burned at the 4 since he had that stretch where he matched up against Giannis and Randall last year. So my vision for Okongwu, he can be out Dennis Rodman. He can be out Draymond Green.
Yep.
He's so good at moving his feet. He's so good at positioning his body on the defensive end. And he can really switch at 1 through 5. He's big. He's big enough to play above his size. He's a great rim protector.
Long arms.
Yeah, really long arms. The biggest problem with him is his defensive rebounding is very suspect. I know Travis called him out on that, but he can rebound because his offensive rebounding is off the charts. He's one of the best offensive rebounders in the league. So, my ideal lineup would be him at the 4. And he's played maybe 16 minutes at the 5. He could be our closing 5 because we can switch everything. If he can stretch his game out even to 18 feet, then I think you really got something.
I agree.
Hey, Travis Link said he did already.
I did.
Just want to add. I don't think Double O is actually too small for the 5, man. I don't think.
Yeah.
No, but like you said,
I'll give you an example. You saw what Golden State been running, man. Their tallest player was like what? How tall?
Green.
6'9". No. 6'9". Kevin Looney started for them.
Looney starts for that.
He's like 6'9". He's like what? He's taller.
Boston Celtics 6'9".
And that dude came into a league as a power forward for peak's sake. He transitioned to a 5. So I would say Okongwu. Hey, Okongwu's not too
something about a 7-footer.
Hey, do you see?
You need that size.
Yeah, you need that 7-footer.
That's what I'm saying. At least bulk up. I would say at least for him to bulk up at least another 10 pounds of muscle. At least get around with 250. Or at least around that range.
Bro, he ain't putting on no 10 pounds of muscle unless he get on some steroids.
Well, I want to hear what analysts have to say.
Okay, guys, look.
You gotta stop laughing at that take.
Well, I mean, look, I just think that well, first of all, I'll go back a little bit with the odds to get Ayton or whatever. I think that we have high odds. I think that the odds are higher than they've ever been. I think that we are in position. We want him very well because Clinton is terrible.
And Detroit doesn't want him anymore.
Yeah, and Detroit got Duran. They got their guy, but they're higher than they've ever been. why we have the we have the assets to go out and get him. I think I don't know if it was Lou or Matt who said it, but Phoenix may want Collins. They may want to stretch, the floor, and I think that them getting Collins would be something that they could, obviously do. But a 3-team deal would have to be the case. The contracts just won't work. It'd be too many. You'll end up swapping teams by the time you somehow get contracts matched. So I do
What's
have
the plus minus though. What's the plus minus on those contracts? Isn't it like at least a couple million?
Well, it's like 20. I think you got to get within 80%.
It's significant. But
and you could throw picks in there too to make up some of the difference.
So, but yeah, and my sign and trade option would be with the other team would be the Portland Trailblazers. And I think that they take this deal 10 out of 10. I think all teams will probably accept this deal.
Okay, before you say that deal, okay, Markeith, that's his second team, so he listening. So go ahead, push that deal. Let's see what Markeith say.
Y'all got second teams?
Well, Markeith do. I don't.
Yes. This is the only professional league I got 2 teams.
I mean,
Markeith.
I got 2 teams too, man.
Let me tell you something, man. Markeith is from the same area I'm from. We don't have no sports teams, okay, in Virginia. We don't have none.
I feel you.
So we'll pick who we want to pick. Shit.
Nah, that's y'all free agents. That's nice.
Yeah, we free agents, baby. Go ahead, Analyst.
Hey, Marquis, I do have to, say that Joe Cronin's doing a pretty good job over there. At first, I thought he was crazy. But
don't trade no weird last
season. But so the deal is that because first of all, I've been looking at who Phoenix is shopping. So
nice colorway.
The deal would inquire us getting DeAndre Ayton and Jay Crowder. Okay, nice grimy vet. Okay, and Portland would be trading their own 2025 first round pick protected along with Eric Bledsoe to the Suns, with also us sending our first round pick next year that we own to the Suns along with Collins. And the Portland Trailblazers would get Bogey and Dario Saric from the Suns. I think that replacing Eric Bledsoe with Bogey is a true upgrade for Portland. Also getting a pretty good 4 there as well. And Suns get draft capital on that stuff, and they get what they need, and obviously we get what we need. I think it's a pretty fair swap.
Where did you have Capella on?
I wish we had the capital to bring in like an Eric Bledsoe. I think he would do wonders for our teams.
I do like Eric Bledsoe.
The thing with him, he's injury prone, man.
Everybody.
Eric Bledsoe's a bulldog.
Have you seen Bledsoe in the playoffs?
Yeah, he can play.
They obviously have not.
Have y'all seen him play in the playoffs? He can't. He's awful. He's
thank you.
Well, we weren't acquired.
I think he would have like a solo type of. I wish we had the money that that we could soak in that contract, and he would be on the team. Like I said, just for like a spiritual animal type of thing. Like I think he embodies what tough basketball is, and I think he would infuse the team with a little bit of it for that season.
A spiritual what?
Hey, Lou's into all this this spiritual stuff.
He'd be like a spirit animal for the
if Lou was a ball player, he'd be y'all seen
I am a ball player now.
Hey, what was the movie with the Cleveland Indians doing the first to last, the last to first?
Oh, Joe Boo. What's that?
Lou would be Joe Boo in the locker man.
Joe Boo.
with the whole religious stuff and the smoke burning, man. Talking about some spiritual stuff. Hey, let me give you a real opinion. Bledsoe's garbage, bro. He's
no doubt. He's not. No, that's not what I'm saying. Guys, y'all always missing the point.
Just bring back Solo, like I said. They're your spiritual leader right there.
I'm with it, but we need to end up with that. We need to end up with something like that.
We need a spiritual leader. Just gonna make analysts ball boy. He'll be the spiritual leader out there.
We made stuff. I'm saying we need to get like someone who's been in the trenches, someone who's played games. Like I'm just telling you, I think this is a good position to fill with that type of.
But you know what? I'm gonna keep it a buck. If we can play good, if we can hit that all-star break. 15, 20 games over 500. I bet you. bro. Like I said, bro,
I'm not expecting that.
Well, no, let me tell you
We
something.
setting records. That's like 65 wins, right?
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something that I learned about the Atlanta Hawks. Let me tell you something I learned. We always can look good on paper. I never know how this team gonna play when they get on the court. That's and I said that last year when me and Lou was doing our win prediction. I said, bro, I don't know who gonna show up to play. But this is my point. 15 games, 10 games, whatever. If we're in a good position by that All-Star break, you might be able to flip maybe a Kevin Huerter, maybe a Bogey, and go get one of those disgruntled veterans who thought they was on a good squad.
Bradley Beal.
Yeah, and
Would you get Ben
not
Simmons?
Not a Bradley Beal, because that'd be out of our price range. But I'm talking about.
What if he doesn't bring in Ayton and then trades a couple of guys for Ben Simmons?
I'm 100% for it.
Yeah, I
do like. Hey,
I'll roll with Ben. What you talking about? That's three point guards on the court.
Hey,
Okay.
No, you play power forward.
Actually, with me, with Ben Simmons, he's a really good player now. With me, if he wants to improve his game, he gotta have the confidence to take a jump shot, at least mid range. He gotta have the confidence. He been doing that mess in practice. You don't do it in a real. You got to do it in a real game. You're going to be doing it in practice now. He's a really good player now. With me, as far as reach his peak, if he ain't gonna take a jump shot, I think he pretty much reached his peak as far as his game.
I'll take his peak.
He takes jump shots, guys. It got blown out of proportion.
I don't know why he's scared about taking a jump shot even from mid range, man. At least a
bad read.
You don't have to take, even though you can hit three.
You know what's funny? It wasn't a bad read. Like, it wasn't a bad read.
It wasn't even that bad of a read, exactly.
Yeah, he got doubled. He dished it. That's what you're called.
Dude, the guy dropped 30 on Rudy Gobert. What are y'all talking about?
I just said at least
you got 40 on Bron.
It showed up. It was a liability when it was in Philly. It was a liability when it was in Philly.
We can get that.
Trey take enough jump shots for him and Ben Simmons.
hey, that won't be the case with Dejounte now. But
I wanted to ask y'all a question about this.
Yo, Trey gonna have to grow up.
Go ahead, Rashad. I know Rashad about to ask something. Wow.
The question about my question about the Dejounte Murray trade, because I've been back and forth with it, man. I still don't know how I feel.
Dude, feel good.
Okay, name a two guard that was an elite two guard that couldn't shoot from the perimeter.
Couldn't shoot. DeMar DeRozan. Before he's
DeMar DeRozan is a
deadly mid range.
But he was a guard, man. He was a guard. He also his primary position.
They've been out there. They've been out there.
I mean, but name one because it's what Posey, Tony Allen.
Tony Allen's a good one.
That's the thing that I'm concerned about. Like, if you take the ball out of DeJounte's hand and his primary role is two guard, do we just make him a
He's such a smart cutter. He played off ball. You know what he is an amazingly smart basketball player.
I've never seen two guards that are slashers that work.
But Rashad,
like,
what do you mean? What do you mean? What you thought Dwayne Wade was? Dwayne
Wade could shoot.
He still was a slasher though. He still was a slasher.
Yeah.
Dwayne Wade, but I'm talking about like Kelly Oubre with Golden State, who he obviously could not hit jump shots, and all he could do was slash. It was too easy to take away.
Rashad,
watch this. We're missing a slasher. None of our wings, Hunter, Huerter, none of our wings can get to the basket.
Exactly what I was about to say.
They can't get to the free throw line. We need that. We need that part of the game. That's why I'm so big on moving Capella, because when you move Capella and you put somebody in there who can stretch the floor, and like I said, he don't got to go to the 3-point line. Just somebody who you got to respect from the free throw line, just shooting a little pick and pop. If you get a big that can shoot a pick and pop, that opens up the lane for Dejounte Murray. So guess what? If Dejounte having a bad shooting night, hey, attack the basket.
He does that though. He does that already. He's that guy. He's that guy.
Trae Young,
but he's off the ball.
And you know what else? And you know what else? Besides Trae Young, no one else can get to the free throw line to get points.
Yeah, that was the problem.
So this was
Bogey and Hurt is the same player.
Imagine
this, get rid of one of them. Yeah.
Imagine this, like, okay, so it's already kind of like the third quarter, and Trey's on one of his little streaks where he's just running in there, floating it up like 3 times in a row. All of a sudden, they drop a double team, and he just dishes it out to the side. And then Murray goes in on a team that was running back from a double team, and he's going to do his thing and lay the ball in. Like, this is a great, great move. He's exactly what we need. That's why I'm less stressed about moving John Collins, because now you can move him around as a different type of piece.
And then also with Murray, actually, if I'm not
and Hunter too.
And if I'm not mistaken, Dejounte Murray can't hit some threes now.
Oh yeah. But that's
Rashawn, to answer your question, I would say, it's not a 1-for-1 comparison, but I would say like D'Angelo Russell, if he could play defense, if he was a good defender. That's like the closest dude I could think about off the top of my head that's not a great shooter, but still a good 1-2 combo guard, D'Angelo Russell. And if I would take D'Angelo Russell if he was a better defender next to Trae. That's exactly what you need. If you're in a lab trying to make a player to put next to Trae, that's exactly the type of player you would want to put next to him.
Hey, quick question. Do y'all think Atlanta's going to have an effect on Dejounte Murray? Is he going to be like Schroeder and start throwing parties and get wrapped up?
Go watch his story, bro. He already came from hard times, bro.
I know that. I'm just saying Atlanta's nice, son.
It don't matter, man. Listen, when you a real man, bro, and you focus and you stay on your pivot, it don't matter how many butt naked women or what club you go to. It don't knock you off your pivot. That man got a woman already. You know what I mean?
I hope so, yeah.
Let me bring my guy Ticket freaking Gerald in the building.
Big lots of them.
Mr. Amex himself. I got to send you those details too, Gerald. I was in the garage last night, so you know what happened with me.
Oh yeah, I got you. No problem.
Gerald ticket sales going up.
Gerald, Gerald got them tickets for you.
Hey, they ringing off the hook today, huh?
Yeah, that's
Gerald
phone ringing.
Gerald's the plug.
Gerald phone ringing more than Travis phone.
Plug.
Yo, listen, I need to get your contact because this year I was planning on coming up to Atlanta because I stay in Florida, so I'm only like 5 hours away. So I've been planning on trying to get tickets and stuff for some of the games. So
I got you.
Okay,
I got you.
Gerald,
I got a stat for y'all when I get a moment.
Oh, here we go.
According to Rashad stats, we shouldn't win no games next year because Lou not gonna be here.
That's what gonna come out with.
But Gerald, talk to me, man. How you feeling about this trade, my guy?
Say it again. I can't hear you.
I said, how you feeling about this trade, my guy?
Oh, I'm feeling good. Feeling real good. I think now we got the person that we needed instead of Herter alongside Trey.
Damn.
But the reason why is because with Murray, he's gonna hold other people accountable on the perimeter on the defensive side of the ball. If Trey's slacking, then with Murray being an all-star as well now under his resume, matter of fact, come to think of it, besides Trey, Murray the only other all-star. So Trey got to respect him off of that alone. So if he holds Trey accountable on that defensive side of the ball, he ain't got to be no stopper. But we can't be 4 on 5 either. So I think Murray helps out in a way, just knowing his personality on the court. It's gonna hold other people accountable, especially with him coming from Pop.
Yep.
Okay, good point. So that's some good
And
points,
I got to get up my boy Rashad.
Answer the question. Answer the question. Answer the question. Name another 2 guard that that was successful that could not play on the perimeter?
D Wade.
Dwayne Wade.
DeRozan.
Come on, man.
No, DeRozan can play on the perimeter. He just gonna shoot the three. But
Yeah,
Dwayne,
that's what I'm saying. It's a difference.
Well, that's what I thought.
Dwayne Wade.
Dwayne Wade. Watch Dwayne Wade.
Dwayne Wade was streaky, but the game plan was to not let him get to the basket.
Kobe Bryant was streaky. But he just he get high.
Now you reaching now, bro. But what I'm saying is, all right. Let me just say this. This gonna kill the whole thing. This gonna kill the whole thing. Check me out, boom. So
I got the stats now.
All right. So we all know Kevin Huerter can shoot, right?
Yeah.
Is he better than Dejounte Murray?
Oh no.
Hey,
you're right.
what we talking about?
It's an upgrade.
We need somebody who can penetrate. That's the thing.
We need somebody that can get to the basket. Our problem is when somebody can stop the pick and roll, we don't have a number two option on the court as far as where to go to on the offensive side of the ball. We can't get no easy shots.
Yeah.
And also, we can't generate points easily. We got to get to the free throw line more.
And we need help from the defense, and Dejounte Murray can help us with that too.
How many?
And think about Boston's defense.
A lob threat.
How many backcourt are better than us in the East?
How many what?
How many backcourts are better than us in the East right now?
Who does
Let's
Boston
see
have?
here.
I say Boston.
Marcus, what? Hell no. Marcus Smart and Jalen Brown.
No. The reason why I say I'm kind of answering the question based off of different criteria. I'm going off of who can stop us.
I would agree
stop
with
us
that.
defensively. I would say Boston.
I would agree with that.
I don't think Miami can stop us now, but I will say Boston can stop us. That might be it.
The
Bucks. And them, that's it.
They got length.
The last 2 years we've been busting Boston up.
Well, I wouldn't say today. I wouldn't take the Bucks because I think so. If we just look at like just matchup, what backcourt can win their matchups? I would say Boston can win a matchup. Their backcourt can win a matchup against us. Because
I agree with that.
I don't think the Bucks can. It kind of depends on what Spo is doing with Jimmy Butler. Because sometimes he plays the 2, sometimes he plays the 3, and if they have that like Kyle Lowry type of player, then I think that could be a push, just because they're two-way players.
I think Kyle Lowry's gonna be trash this year.
What about the Raptors and now the
Raptors?
Pistons?
We don't ever have. We don't. Our problem is
watch the Raptors this year.
I'm not a fan of Kyrie like that, but I would say Brooklyn, especially if they got Steph Curry at the off-ball position.
No, we can stop them.
Yeah, we can stop them.
We can't stop Kyrie, but we can stop Steph Curry because Steph Curry can't get his own shot.
Yeah.
But he can shoot it.
But you got to be able to get your own shot. That's like saying.
But you got to remember. They got KD. So.
But he's not part of the backcourt though. He more front court.
Well, no, I was just saying when y'all was talking about him getting his own shot, I was saying that Seth gets his shots off when you double in KD or you double in Kyrie.
Oh, I got you.
That's how he gets his shots.
Now, Yusef brings it up to the whole NBA, and he says that there's only one backcourt that's better than ours, and he says Golden State Warriors. Is there another? Do we all of a sudden have the best? There's got to be others, right?
Who you got there? Who you got there, GM?
I disagree with that. I'm an Atlanta fan, but I'm not gonna say we're the second best.
Yeah, no.
Hey, you got to give it up to
Phoenix.
I mean,
Dallas.
Dallas, yeah.
Dallas don't have a backcourt.
I'm not saying Dallas.
I'm not saying Dallas. We could be part.
Phoenix
7, 8, maybe.
I think Phoenix.
7, 8. I still think you got like.
But the question was in the East. I think the original one was in the East.
We couldn't find nobody in the East.
Yeah.
It's been
the Bulls. The Bulls have a pretty nice one, right?
That's what I was gonna say.
That's why I forgot Lonzo and Zach.
Zach
Yeah,
Levine.
and then
But Zach, that might be a push because Zach don't play no defense like that.
Charlotte.
Neither
We could Charlotte.
Neither does Trey. So I mean, it's a wash.
Yeah, but Lonzo's not even on the court enough for me to really consider him a.
Man.
What about Charlotte?
He hurt a lot.
I don't know, man. But listen, I'm talking shit on Twitter. I'm saying we got the best backcourt in the NBA. Just like, hey, you know what's so funny though? You know what's so funny? Remember, what's it about 10 years ago now when Mark Jackson said the same thing about Clay and Steph, and everybody was like, "What?"
Yep.
That's what he did, bro. He said they the best backcourt in the NBA, and everybody was like, "Shut up." Now look, hell, we the best backcourt besides Golden State.
And now I just thought about something else though.
You said they were the best shooting backcourt. That's the difference.
Yeah, that's what he said. Shooting backcourt.
Oh man, y'all be adding
y'all be
Rashad was the same one.
Let him roll with it.
One come on some. We don't need Bradley Beal because we don't need score. We need defense. We get a defensive-minded guard who defends the perimeter.
And that's Dejounte Murray.
Don't get me wrong. I like the trade.
There we go.
I like Murray on our team. Like, just for everything that we gave up, I'm just like, man, I don't know.
Gallinari and
first
round pick.
Work.
One of them were protected. They're not going to even get that pick.
Yeah. And I just
think we're also going to make another move.
Bro, you got to think about it. Those picks are just Those picks are just leverage. Yeah. It ain't like we a lottery team where those picks are like uberly important to us like that. That's why Travis. That's the purpose of tanking, so you can like stockpile them. So when you need to make that one kind of like splash move, then you can do it. I like the fact that Murray's on our team, but I love the deal because we didn't even have to give up Collins, bro.
Thank you. That's what we need to give up.
Hey y'all, let me introduce you. I don't know if y'all know my guy. I know some of y'all do. I know Lou does. I think Lou probably the only one. This is my guy, Maurice. In the building.
What's up, bro?
What's up, fellas? From New Pack City, man. From New Pack City. I know my boy Reese got something to say. Talk to me, man. What you think about the moves today, dog? Can you hear me?
It's on you, Reese.
Can you hear me, Reese?
Probably delayed. Reese. It's probably delayed.
I don't know, but he over there looking like Michael B. Jordan with that old mustache. Reese, we can't hear you, dog. We can't hear you.
I think Reese on mute.
Yeah, he probably on mute.
No, not on my end. Not on my end.
I can't hear him.
He got to plug in his.
Unmute your mic.
He's got to set his settings right.
Yeah, get the settings down. We're gonna come back to you when you up and running. We're gonna come back up to you. GM, talk to me, man. Are we making another move? Yeah, your name.
We got to.
Let me say that. Let me change it, GM. Let me change it. Do
can you hear? Did you hear me?
Hold on. I want to change the question. Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. GM, let me change it.
Okay, yeah. If you're trying to make it to the championship, right, which I know we are, yeah, we got to make. To make a championship, yeah. I do think we're better than the first round if somebody's coaching right. But
if Capella is healthy,
I mean,
Capella went on different.
We kind of in that second round in the Eastern Conference Finals. But yeah, we got to make like you said, Damon, Ayton is the guy, man. Because what's going to happen is it's going to be very difficult to stop the team that we have. If you put Ayton, whether you lose Clint Capella or
poison.
Now I already keep John Collins now, but
agreed.
If they ask me for Collins, I would still make that trade.
Yeah, same. Yeah, but I would at this point I would rather do Capella. I would rather do Capella for Ayton. I think that would be nice.
Yeah, that'd be better.
Yeah, no, I want to do Capella.
Or if we do Collins, then I would say we move Capella for a forward that's maybe a little cheaper, but does the Draymond thing.
let me ask you something real quick. So
Yeah.
real quick, hey y'all, make sure you hit the comment, like, subscribe. Y'all know what time it is. But let me ask you a quick question, Luke. So this move we made today, does that change what you want for John Collins in return for a trade? Does that increase it, or do you think since we traded for Dejounte, Travis Slink will lower his asking price for John Collins?
No.
I don't know. I think by now he knows what he can get for John Collins. I mean, he went through this for almost a year. So I think he knows exactly where he can move him. I don't think it increases or decreases anything. I just think his options become more solidified, that it makes more sense this way.
All right, I'm back.
Okay, what you think about that?
Alex,
I got a good one for y'all.
Tell me, D-Rock, what you think about that? Do you think John Collins will that does that lower what Travis expect to get for John Collins in the trade since we made this move for Dejounte?
I mean, I necessarily don't think it really lowers it. I think like it kind of increases it, maybe a little. Well, not increases it, but
because he doesn't have to move him now.
Yeah, you really don't have to move him, but if you want to, and if you still want more assets to go along with this team, then I mean, I think it definitely does increases it, and I mean we definitely add more like pieces, like as far as like role players and stuff like that, to even make the team more better. Along
Y'all
with
hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that makes sense.
Who was that? Was that you? Say something, Reese.
Yeah. Reese is up.
All right, talk
What's
to
up,
me
man?
then, Reese.
Okay,
What you think about this move we made, man? Talk to me.
All right, so peep this. So the Dejounte Murray deal, we got it out the way. It's done, set in stone. We're going forward with that. So we still making more moves. Now that's what I want to get y'all. So where we at with this now? Are we in on keeping Collins, or are we trying to move Collins, or what's? Because right now, from everything that I've read and I've seen, they talking about John Collins is done and he's finished in Atlanta. He don't want to be here no more. But I'm gonna let that ride, because we dealt with this last year with the trade rumors, and he said he would have owned business as usual for him. So my thing is, if we can keep him and we can manage to keep Aiden and we can just flip maybe Capella, I'm good. Yeah, because I
agree with that. I think Collins is definitely good player, and if we already have a good 1, 2, 3, and 5, yeah, John Collins is exactly what we need, and he's Atlanta. He's been here for a while. It's perfect.
Yeah.
I got a question for y'all.
What up there?
I think you lost your stuff, Reese.
What up, Ticket? What's your question?
Hey, so it's pretty safe to say that everybody here, the main target right now is DeAndre Ayton, correct?
Yes.
Everybody agree with that?
No.
Yeah.
Okay, so would you trade two of these three people that I'm gonna name? Okongwu, Collins, Capella. Would you get rid of two of them three to bring Ayton in?
No, that don't make no sense. Do one in the guard.
No.
Yeah, one in the guard, because because now we got Dejounte Murray. You gotta do something with either Bogey or Hurt at this point, because neither one of them ain't gonna start at the 3, and I think only one of those gonna come off the bench, not both.
Yeah, I think Herter and Capella, if they want him, they can have him.
Yep.
So y'all wouldn't give up. I mean, nobody wants Capella here no more.
No.
That's a damn lie.
What I'm saying is, if somebody comes in, because Kevin Herter don't really got that much trade value right now based on his performance last year. So my question is,
the Celtics still want him.
So my question is, you wouldn't give up Capella and Double O? I mean, Double O come off the bench anyway.
Now, in my opinion, I wouldn't give up 2 centers for one. At this moment in time,
but if Aiden's that guy,
he's that. He's pretty.
It don't matter. Why would you make our team weaker?
Huh?
Why would you purposely make the team weaker? Like, that doesn't make sense. Like, keep one of your centers as a backup. Like it just would make more sense.
But we can't have it both ways by saying, boom, I want Capella ass out of here, and then I can kind of see why y'all want to keep Okongwu. But then we talk about getting John out of here as well.
No. We were talking about John not being a number 2. If we now have a number 2 and we bring in Ayton, who's a number 2, and then DJ would be a number 2 or 3, now JC just got to do BJC. Like it don't matter. We have no pressure.
So if they came on the table right now, they said, boom, Capella and JC for Ayton and say Jay Crowder.
Yeah, I'm doing it, bro. You got to do it
all day.
You got to do that deal. I got a question.
Y'all would do that?
I would do that. I'm doing it.
Yeah, that sounds
I'm
better.
doing it. Hey, hold on. Matt's shaking his head. No, why not, Matt? Here we go. Always one.
Hey, Demar, you at 1 minute 59 40 seconds.
Oh snap!
Yep.
Okay. I ain't gonna be able to cut it in time, man. Fuck it. Let's go. Keep going.
Okay. No, I would not do that. First of all, like I said before, I do not believe Ayton is that dude at all.
Okay, so I respect that.
I agree.
Okay. If you feel like he ain't that dude, then I understand why you wouldn't. I got you.
Yeah, I don't. His perimeter defense is not that great. 1 and 2, he's already complaining about touches in Phoenix. You know what I'm saying? And then if you get him, you got to get rid of Collins because Collins is complaining about his attempts here. So
that makes sense.
It's gonna be the same problem.
Slide in next.
Well, I got a question for y'all. I got a question.
These guys want to win.
I'm gonna go to analysts for this question. Analysts, what are we doing with Jalen Johnson? Is he just gonna be sitting on the bench? He gonna be at College Park? What's the deal with this guy?
Well, I personally think that right now, I would not be surprised if Travis Schlenk is listening to packages with Jalen Johnson in it, because I don't feel like right now we're at the point where, listen, he just made a trade for a all-star to go with Trey. So I don't think that we're trying to develop all of our young talent. I think that we're trying to make them more into trade pieces. So I think Jalen Johnson, maybe he's not spending all his time in college, but I think he's going to spend more of his time on the bench and maybe getting minutes here or there, depending on what Nate does. But with Jalen Johnson, I don't know. I unfortunately, because I do like Jalen Johnson, I don't see him getting regular playing time, and that's why that's why I make the point that I think maybe Travis is listening to packages with Jalen Johnson included in it, because there's no point in hampering this young kid's career until his contract year, when he's not going to play. And that's not necessarily a knock even on Nate if we're just trying to compete and put together a roster with more veterans.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you this:
Bobby Portis is a free agent.
I really want Bobby Portis.
Well,
I'll take you,
bro. They only opted out because they're gonna get more money, bro. We can't afford.
We could slide in and say, hey, 4 years,
sign and trade.
But hold on.
Why are you what, bro?
Hold on. I want
to stand on the contenders, dog. Go ahead, Matt. You was gonna say something, Matt?
You're on mute, Matt.
Hey, you're on mute.
Mute yourself, yeah.
Matt looking like.
Oh, my bad. Oops, I muted him. My bad. Oops. My bad. Let me unmute this thing real quick. Unmute Mike. It won't unmute. Damn.
Whoa.
That means it's him then.
Yeah. Okay. It won't.
I'm sorry. Was I muted?
Yeah.
Okay. That's good. There you go.
All right. So with Jalen Johnson, 1, you want to keep him for 2 reasons. 1, you want to keep him because of his contract. Because if you're already paying Murray at the max, you're already over the cap. So you want to keep as many cheap contracts as you can keep, because you don't want to be too over the cap. You know what I'm saying? And you want to keep cheap contracts, because you're going to pay the luxury tax. You don't want to go way over the luxury tax to for this team. That's 1.
To win a title?
you still got to have some kind of salary filler in there somewhere. So it's easier to do it with a rookie.
Well, I don't.
Hello?
I mean, he's making $2 million.
Yeah,
You
he
know.
ain't making nothing, man.
I mean, he's making $2 million. I think that his value is more of a value booster than his contract. I mean, listen, I want to keep him play Jalen Johnson. I just don't see that happening. So I don't think it's smart for us to keep him on the team just for him to be getting garbage minutes and playing down in College Park. Like, we can talk about potential all day long. If he's not developed, his potential is useless.
Can he shoot?
He working on that.
So that's a no.
That means no.
He can
That's a no. Not about no damn potential.
He was effective.
That's what I'm saying, Gerald.
He can score though. He has a
Every time he got into the game, every time he got into the game,
he did what he
looked like he wasn't ready. It looked like he wasn't there yet.
That was last year. I'm talking about going forward.
That's the main reason why you keep him.
You want to keep the cheap contract, 1, and 2.
I agree with that.
One way to improve the team's passing. His best attribute is his passing. So Murray's a good passer, Trey's a good passer, Johnson's a good passer. And if you know Nate ain't going to draw nothing up, then you want to have as many plus passers and playmakers on the team as possible. So
but he's not going to get on the court enough to pass the ball. He's going to pass the ball on the bench.
I think it's room for him. I actually think it's room for him.
Yeah, he's gonna be fine.
Where's the room at?
Bench
warm. Okay, so we know. Let's just assume our starting 5 is you take out Herter and you plug Dejounte Murray in. Everybody else is the same.
Right.
So now you have what? Bogey when we'll have Bogey coming off the bench. Herter. You will have Okongwu as the small forward. We just traded Gallo.
What?
I mean, not Okongwu at the center. Okongwu at the center. I was thinking of Jalen. Okongwu at the center. You can actually play Jalen Johnson as the backup 4 or the backup 3 because we don't necessarily have one on the team right now.
Yeah,
so he can be one of the forwards, whatever one he slips in. You know, but and you're also looking at the starting point guard. I mean, the second team point guard could be Sharife. So that'll give you your 5. You'll have Sharife, Bogey, I don't know, X person, Johnson.
Well, we ain't gonna get no stop.
No, I mean, I would keep DeLon right.
That's 16 minutes.
The only way
you keep DeLon right, that's your 5 right there.
What if we didn't keep DeLon right and we upgraded that?
Yes, I think we should.
Hold on. How do you upgrade that?
There are other players out there.
There are other players out there.
You're already over the cap.
It doesn't matter.
Where are you going to find money to get another?
How you go? Hold on.
You sign to a mid-level exception, or you can sign to the veteran minimum.
Someone.
You can sign to the veteran minimum.
Hold on. Who you gonna find? Eric Bledsoe?
No.
Eric Bledsoe, I think that contract is like around 18 mil. So
no, that's what I was saying at all. Then
it's ridiculously high.
As an upgrade, who you gonna get as an upgrade to Wright that's gonna play for $1 million?
Yeah.
What's DeLon Wright gonna play for?
That's not the mid level.
He can get
the mid level is what, like 8 million or something like that. And
no, I'm saying like
in between 6 to 10.
Yeah, what are we talking about?
Our mid level is 6 to 10.
No, he can get the veteran minimum. That's what I'm saying. He can sign for the veteran minimum.
Right. That's what the veteran minimum is $1 million.
Yeah,
is that what he's gonna want? Is that what he's gonna want?
It's like 1.2 million.
Depends on if somebody give him something.
Wait, who we talking about again? I forgot.
DeLon Wright. I'm just saying.
DeLon Wright not playing for no vet minimum, bro.
I know.
He's gonna get the mid level. But my question is, who are you? Even if you do the mid level, who you gonna upgrade him with?
DeLon Wright.
That's what I'm saying.
Players
DeLon Wright.
Now, give me some names.
If you go back,
there are players out there. There are definitely.
And listen to what Markeith said. Markeith was dead on. DeLon Wright season last year, right? He's going to get offered more than what we can get him to keep under the cap. What you got to do, if you want DeLon Wright, you got to convince him why he should take less money. at the end of the day. That's
I
what you
don't want
need
him
to
for
do.
less money.
But guess what?
I think he should maximize on his nice year last year.
Well, I mean,
especially the
him,
Cleveland game.
Yeah, if I'm him, I'm going to get the bread. I mean, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Well, you can get him at like 6.5 at the mid level.
Bro, he made more than that last year, bro. What are you talking
Yeah, I
about?
was going to say, he's not going to take less than he did last year.
Yeah, why would he take less than he made last year from him? That make no sense.
He's the reason we won the play-in.
I will
We
say
okay. When we
that,
tighten up our rosters for playoffs, it ain't going to be needed.
but I was going to say, I will say that DeLon, I do value DeLon's defense, but listen, I think with us making this trade today, improving our perimeter defense, I think that, listen, I still think that at times when Herter was in those slumps, and even at when Bogey was cold at times, I still think that we lack scoring at the backup point guard position. Like as much as we can look at his defense, we lacked a lot. Like he was nowhere to be found on offense. Like he was that guy that, you know, he can defend, but he's like he can't do anything on defense. So I do have like two guys that would be able to fit into that range. That would be pretty good.
Who?
Yeah, which two?
Well, Patty Mills just opted out of his contract.
Tyus Jones.
Opted out of his contract.
Give somebody that DeLon Wright won't lock up.
I'll take a Tyus Jones as a backup point guard. I will take a Tyus Jones as a backup.
Yeah, I mean, you can.
I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all, man.
Tyus get 12. He get 12.
I'm gonna keep it a buck, man. I try to convince DeLon Wright to stay. To be honest,
yeah.
No, DeLon Wright's
I would try to convince him. I would try to convince him to take
Ricky Rubio
and
Patty Mills
and stay on the Hawks.
Find him an NIL deal or something somewhere.
At the end of the day, man, like I said, it's all this movement we've done. All this shit follow Nate McMillan. Y'all know I love Nate McMillan, but like he got 25 days to get this shit right, bro. 25.
And then I just want to say, just because you got Murray, he's a good perimeter defender, doesn't mean you have to get rid of the other good perimeter defenders you have.
Yeah. Okay, but we're acting. But
and then
Anthony Simmons.
And then here's one thing that I wanted to say about you know, you mentioned the lack of scoring from the point guard position. But remember, we had a dead-eye shooter making 60-something million coming off the bench, and then we had Gallinari coming off the bench. Those two were responsible for the offense coming off the bench. So DeLon Wright, that wasn't really his role. I ain't saying he's, you know, if he had more usage, then he would be like super productive offensively, but that wasn't his like primary job. His job was just make that.
He just like DeLon Wright is
Gary
like
Payton II, Patty Mills.
Hey, DeLon Wright is like a cheaper version of Pat Bev. That's all he is.
I agree.
Or Tony
Thomas.
Or Tony Allen.
You need
Carter.
What's wrong with Isaiah Thomas?
He's going to be a replacement in 2 years.
He's so good.
DeLon Wright fits the team perfectly. This is where you get a shooting guard.
You got to keep DeLon Wright.
Like for instance, a Jeremy Lamb, a Bruce Brown.
I love Bruce Brown because guess what? Let's see. What Tony Allen didn't have to figure out how to score. Let's see. Pat Bell don't have to figure out how to score.
What about Wayne Ellington?
Go back to the Spurs.
Like that.
Man, come on, bro.
Bruce Bowen.
He tried to turn it to the Lakers.
Bruce Bowen didn't have to figure out how to
Wayne Ellington, Avery Bradley, Danny
Green wasn't a lead scorer.
I'm gonna tell you something.
Well, that's why I said.
A lot of y'all, you gonna be surprised when DeLon Wright leaves. And the first thing y'all gonna say, man, we need defense.
First thing we're gonna say, the starters did when we do the player ratings. we gonna say the starters did good, but as soon as let Nate the motherfuckers come in off the bench, we couldn't get a damn stop.
Isaiah Thomas ass.
And y'all, Isaiah Thomas get a
That's
zero.
why I was saying. That's why I was saying put Cooper at the point guard, put DeLon Wright at the shooting guard.
There you go, man.
That's more.
That can work. I can see that work.
Hey, fellas, hey, gentlemen, your boy, I got to wrap it up.
I gotta go to work.
I got to get off and go to the garage. So, hey, shout out to the chat. This was our biggest show ever. I think we had at one point we had like 70 people. Shout out to all the Hawks fans who came through and damn, I'm finna curse and come through it and mess with your boys. Y'all know what I'm about to say. Come through and mess with your boys. Let me shout out all my homies who came through. You know what I'm saying? Shout out D-Rock, first time up here. The rest of y'all cats, y'all up here all the time. I see y'all every day, all day. Especially analysts. We're too busy going back and forth on Twitter. But Rashad jump in sometimes.
I had to mute y'all, man. I mean,
Hey,
they lost my job.
Hey, if y'all on Twitter, man, find us and tap in with us so you can get in our group chat. Lou coming there, putting random players in there, man.
Never
what Lou be doing.
I think we should do Orlando Robinson. Let's start an Orlando Robinson pledge
coming
here.
there with the spiritual, some random dude. Hey, we should get this guy.
Hey,
I like
he be trying to keep the tickets cheap.
Hey,
I'm trying to keep them tickets.
Hey.
Tell him, Jared.
But yeah, we finna get out of here, Hawks family. Hey, today was an awesome show. It was an awesome day to be a Hawks fan, man. This was a major move for the Hawks, bro.
Shout out Travis.
And when I mean major, I mean it's super major because I can't even think. Let me see. I can't even think the last time we traded for a big time free agent in there. I mean, an all-star in their prime. I can't even remember.
The closest person probably was Mike Bibby, and he wasn't even an all-star.
And
it was leaked. When's the last time it was leaked and still came through?
And he wasn't in his prime neither. But I want to tip my cap.
He wasn't even in his prime.
I'm gonna tip my cap to San Antonio because they owed us that from when we took
Yes.
the Chicago splitter. So they can get
Tiago.
they owed us this.
Splitter jersey.
Yeah,
Hey, they do good business.
Yeah. So hey, family, thank y'all for stopping by, man. Hey, we're gonna be live again. What's today? Today is Wednesday. We'll be live.
Free agency tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm
gonna put my number in the chat too.
8.
Oh yeah, hey. If you need tickets, tap in with
Make
Gerald.
sure all y'all join the Twitter chat.
Hey, Gerald,
especially you, man.
open tonight. I need you, Gerald.
Hey,
I got you.
Wait, hold on.
Gerald,
So I don't
Gerald
have
could put
Twitter.
you on the flow, or he could put you on the team stove, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Gerald will put you there. And Gerald will put you there. Now we need Gerald to put some tickets on 8. Put 8 up in here. But yeah, so we out, fellas. Thank you for stopping by. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Subscribe. We hit all year. It's definitely gonna be popping once the season starts. If y'all ain't been here when we do the post game live, especially when we be getting our ass whipped, that when we got blown up by like the Spurs and shit.
They be getting emotional.
Bobby man. He was like,
when we lost to the Pelicans. When we lost to the Pelicans.
Oh Lord, the ball was mad. He was like, man, we were down by 30. We were down by 30.
Yeah, the guy, come on, where were you? When we got
Hey, that's why I like the post game live because we go straight right after the game, so you get that raw emotion, like when people still mad and shit. That's what I like. You know what I'm saying? Don't come in and hey,
optimistic.
We don't want to do it the next day because you done calm down. We do that post as soon as the game in. Hey, how you feeling? Hey, that's how you feel. You know, sometimes. Hey, but analysts, he be scared to give Kevin Hurt a low grades and shit. He would not give Kevin Hurt low grades, even when
he grade Kevin on the curve.
He had to give DeLon Wright high grade.
Hey, he low key up there.
I gave Kevin Hurt
because Nick McMillan's the coach.
I rated
I am
Kevin
first
Hurt
of the most fair grades.
Hey, so you know what? Don't even try, because guess what, guys? When Summer League start, we gonna do post game live for Summer League too, so we can clown on that. You know what I'm saying? So
And I heard Murray and Trey playing Summer League.
Hey,
and I don't want to hear it's just Summer League if we gonna do these ratings and then grade off of that. I don't want to hear that shit.
I think I'm gonna try to get to San Fran for the ones this weekend.
I'm gonna get out there. I'm gonna be out there.
I'm trying to go to Vegas, man, to catch him in Vegas, man. But
Beautiful.
Once I found out that Jalen Johnson was playing, I kind of got unmotivated. So
I agree.
They be playing
what's
that
that? AJ
UNLV,
Griffin?
I think.
they
Yeah,
play
they play
at
UNLV.
Thomas and Mack Center right in Vegas.
Mhm.
Summer League, NBA Summer League is one of the best basketball experiences you can have. Like, no lie. Last time I went, I saw Houston Allen, Whiteside. Like, these are just what's Joey Crawford. Like, these people are just walking around. You know, like you'll see LeBron, you'll see, they'll come into the arenas and stuff. Like, if you're a basketball fan, just you should go. You should definitely
What?
go.
I still got time to get tickets though, so I still got time, man. But I do want to get that experience. But yeah, we out, man. Thank you everybody for stopping through. Don't be a D-Rock. Don't be a stranger, bro. When you see
I got you.
Come on up here, man.
I do work a lot. I got like 2 jobs, but I'm gonna try to squeeze it in.
Bro, everybody got a job except analyst, bro. He don't do nothing all day, but
but analyze.
Hey, I stood up all day on the trade machine.
He's supposed to be doing school, but he over there looking at trades.
I don't know what school he go to, man.
He's supposed to be in school, but analyst be.
Hey, Damon, before you quote real quick, ideal for Murray next year, 26 points, 7 boards, 7 assists.
I'm not going in all that because then as soon as he don't do it, you're gonna be the first one to say, "I told you he ain't."
We need to trade him for first round picks. That's what he be saying. We need to trade him.
Nah. I'm in on this. I got 2 years on this.
Bro, you were just complaining.
I got the rest of his career.
Wasn't he just complaining about paying Dejounte Murray? Now he talking about we got 2 years. Bro, okay, man. I'm out, bro. Bro, listen, man.
I told you he want Bismack Biyombo.
I'm gonna tell you one thing. I'm gonna tell you one thing about Lou, man.
I'll take this, man.
Lou come up here. He makes sure I go to the garage. He just be saying any old thing, bro. Hey, shout out to everybody who came in here, man. We out. Y'all stay up, man. And we are out of here.